It's time for Ridgeline High School Sports, a presentation of 104.5 The Ranch and CashValleyDaily.com. Brought to you by Castelite, The Cater Shop, DD Auto and Salvage, Great Basin Graphics, Adams Wealth Advisors, Cache Valley Auto Care, Young Toyota and Young Honda, Cache Valley Daily, Napa Auto Parts, Les Olson IT, The Logo Shop, and Planet Fitness. Now, it's time for the Ridgeline Riverhawks on 104.5 The Ranch.
Welcome to Ridgeline High School, everyone. I'm Dave Simmons, joined by the Patriot Nick Zollinger, and we are live at Ridgeline for the first home game for the boys basketball season here at Ridgeline High School. The boys team comes in with a 1-0 record as they were able to beat Weber last week before the holiday.
We got a 3v3 down here, Dave. The construction workers versus the Timberwolves.
The jerseys.
Oh, yeah.
And
we got a UCLA. Kevin Love.
Kevin Love and Kevin Garnett and Chris Weber.
Oh.
I mean, they look a little different than they used to.
Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Versus Cohen Richards with an air ball.
Cohen puts it, that was about 3 feet short.
QB1, Nate Daly, and Crosby West.
And they're getting some pretty good fan reaction over there from their buddies in the stands.
The fans are into this 3v3.
Yep.
I haven't seen a ball touch the rim yet to tell you how bad it is.
Oh, there got
that
one
got
rim.
Oh.
Folks, Ridgeline's going to be taking on Fremont this evening. We're about 12 minutes from tip-off, although they stopped the clock up there. I'm not really sure why. 12 minutes from tip-off, and so we got a little bit of time to pregame this thing and look little bit about both teams and maybe what we can expect. They do have a common opponent. They have a opponent's opponent. Can you do that?
Yeah, opponents. They
do that.
They were. No, I don't even know what they got.
Weber played Fremont, and Fremont beat Weber.
No, Weber played Bountiful, and Fremont beat Bountiful. We played Weber and beat Weber. So we beat Weber by about the same amount that Bountiful beat them by. And how far did Fremont beat Bountiful?
Fremont beat Bountiful by about 6.
Okay, and us and Bountiful both beat Weber by about the same amount. So
look, I'm not going to lie to you. I think we lost all of our listeners through that whole thing. They're like, you know what? Turn that off.
Stopped listening long ago.
Yeah, turn it off.
Do we have listeners?
There's 2.
There?
Yeah, there's a couple.
Your wife and my wife.
That's
exactly.
it. Exactly. Ridgeline getting set to again take on Fremont. Fremont has played a couple more ball games, however, than Ridgeline has. Fremont comes into this ball game with a 2-1 record. Ridgeline's just got the 1-0. Fremont beat Northridge to start off their season on November 19th, 59-42, and then they lost to Alta 61-47, and then they, as we were just talking, beat Bountiful by 4. So that's the extent of their season so far. After this Ridgeline game, they're going to play Springville and then at Box Elder, at Bingham. So Fremont following their schedule. And Ridgeline, we mentioned before or at the end of our game last week that Ridgeline will be having 3 games this weekend, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
The Coach Tueller Classic.
Yep. So the 2 games, Thursday and Friday, will both be here at Ridgeline. And then they have them scheduled for 7 o'clock both of those nights. And then on Saturday, they'll play at 1 p.m. at the Spectrum up at Utah State. So that should be fun for these guys. And that'll be their 3 games. The first game on Thursdays against Judge Memorial.
I've heard they're good.
Are they?
Yeah, I've heard Judge is really good.
And then they'll play Minico, or as
my listeners like to call it,
Minocho.
Minocho.
And then they'll play Hurricane up there at the Spectrum. So it should be good. Ridgeline only has the one game under their belt. Do you realize that Green Canyon's already got 4 games under their belt? They're 4-0 right now.
Green Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
Logan Brown, he always seems to get the most out of them boys at Green Canyon.
He does.
I can't even think. Didn't they have 4 or 5 starters last year? All those kids, it seemed like, were seniors.
Yeah, I really don't think many people or many teams in the region are bringing that many kids back.
It seemed like Logan had 5 starters that were seniors. Ridgeline had 5 starters that were seniors. Mount Chris had 5 starters I thought were seniors. Skyview was the only one that I thought would bring back any kind of experienced.
They have some guys that had some minutes, but not like huge minutes that I can think of.
At Green Canyon, you're saying?
No, it's Skyview.
Oh, Skyview. Well, no, the roll kid's only
he's only a junior
but
as
this
a sophomore. He got some minutes.
He started.
Did he?
Yeah.
As a junior or sophomore?
Yeah. Last year, he was starting.
I mean, I'm not gonna say you're wrong. I just didn't feel like I don't remember that.
Okay.
But yeah, I feel like this region right now feels wide open.
Doesn't it always though?
I mean, no.
What
last couple of years,
there's been a perennial powerhouse.
Ridgeline's won it.
Skyview won it 2 years ago.
Ridgeline won it last year.
Skyview won it the year before.
And Ridgeline won it the year before that. I mean, it's usually those two. But, Green Canyon had a pretty good club last year. Green Canyon.
So Logan.
Yes, they did. Green Canyon beat Pineview to start their season. And then they beat Provo. And then they beat Mountain Ridge. And then they beat Morgan by 1 in overtime.
Wow. So
they're getting 24 per game out of Jude. I hope I pronounce his late name right. Haigh. Hi. Hey. H-A. When 2 vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. I think it's got to be hey.
Hey.
Hey, Jude. And his first name's Jude.
Hey, Jude. Hang on.
Nobody's ever said that to him, I'm sure. So yeah, right now, Green Canyon, but of course nobody else is. Well, let's see, Bear River.
Jude,
whoa, look at you! I mean, the man is on the boards, running the boards. Bear River's 1-3, so they've played 4 games, and Skyview is 1-3. They've also played the 4 games. Skyview, just for fun, they got hammered by Provo, and I just mentioned that Green Canyon beat Provo pretty bad. Skyview got beat by 2 to Desert Hills, and Hurricane, who we're going to see on Saturday, beat Skyview by 7. And then they they beat Bonneville of Utah by 12. McCade Rolls getting 10 points, a little more than 10, and he is their leading scorer. And then you got Easton Mills getting about 8. Liam Guthrie, the really good receiver, just getting under 6. Sagers 5, Chance Wilson 5. So they're not getting a ton of scoring out of different places.
I'm telling you, I think it's going to be Logan, Ridgeline, and Green Canyon.
Do you? Well, Logan, we talked to one of our buddies, and he mentioned Logan.
They're huge.
Just big old dudes. Logan's 1-1. They beat Boxelder, and then they got hammered pretty bad by 22 to Hillcrest.
Okay.
Nenby is getting 18 a game. Reed Olson's getting 12.5, and then it drops down to 7, 5, and 5. I'm blue in the face at this point, and you've been saying it too. You need 3. You need 3 in double figures. Ridgeline, again, it's only 1 game, but they got 15 out of Andrew Pinocci in the opener. They got 12 out of Dawson Lowe, 11 out of Harrison Putnam, and Tyler Jackman gave him 10. And then so there's 4 right there, and then you had
12 points off the bench, 6 apiece from Parker Reynolds and Cade Barrett.
Yep, and Cooper Hall chipped in 3.
And those 3 points were huge. They were down the stretch free throws to kind of seal the game.
Yep.
Where they had a 17-point lead against Weber, and it all just dissolved away almost because of the third quarter. They had a 6-point third quarter and just a flurry of turnovers.
Yeah.
And it let Weber back in the game, and they got it within 2. They could never get it tied or take the lead. And then Ridgeline was able to knock down some big-time free throws, a couple of them by Cooper Hall. Putnam had a couple down the stretch as well that were nice, that helped seal the victory. I think they ended up winning by 6. Is that what it was?
Sorry, I jumped over to Logan's roster just because we were talking about their size. Nenby goes 6'7", and they have Reed Olson listed as 6'7".
And he's like 240.
They have 250.
Okay.
But Nenby is 233.
Yeah.
A couple of big old dudes that you're going to have to contend with. I don't know about their guard line, so we'll see.
Well, you look at this starting five of Ridgeline. Who's going to guard either of those two kids? I mean, Pinocchi's going to be tasked with one of them, but he's going to be giving up 60 pounds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you just can't let him get set where he wants. I always told my kids, when you're going up against these big old dudes, you start leaning on them around the three-point line.
Half court?
Yeah, if you can. Three-point line, and see if you can just kind of body them so that when they get set, they're maybe a foot or two outside their comfort zone. So rather than being on the block, they're 2 feet beyond the block. Now that turnaround little jump hook or whatever they have is a little less comfortable. It's the best you can do.
Well, and the next is going to be Harrison Putnam. He's going to have to guard the other one. I'm assuming Pinocchi would guard Reed Olson and Putnam would guard Sade, but
yeah, and another thing you got to do is maybe have that guard. Depending on how good their guards are, maybe you can dig down and make
you can gap a guard and get down in and
get a little double team going.
Yep.
Ridgeline beat Weber 63-58, so they got him by 5.
Okay, like I said, they had a 17-point lead at half, and they didn't play very well in the third quarter, and then just made enough plays in the fourth. It was kind of sloppy basketball in the second half. So I'm sure that Coach over there, Coach Wads, is going to want them to play a little cleaner basketball in the second half and finish stronger against this Fremont team who's looking to go 3-1 here on their fourth game of the season.
Judge Memorial, you mentioned, is looking good. Judge beat Weber 79-72, so beat them in a similar fashion to the way Ridgeline did. Judge Memorial, just because we're going to be seeing them Thursday. They are 3-2. They got beat pretty bad by Layton Christian. They got beat by Orem, beat Maple Mountain, and then beat Judge. Weber, sorry.
Yeah, that Layton Christian is an interesting
it sure is.
Interesting situation where they play 3A pretty much exclusively with the exception of basketball. Basketball, they jump up and they play in the 4A classification, but man, you get kids from all over the world on that team, and it's just a recruiting process there where they get some extremely good players, some great talent, and they are going to be contenders for this 4A state title again this year. They're defending champs, so look out for them coming down the stretch.
Just bouncing over to them, they, as we mentioned, beat Judge Memorial, but then they lost to Orem.
Orem must be a pretty good squad. They beat Judge and Layton Christian,
huh?
huh?
I looked at theirs just because I thought, well, they must be hammering people. And just trying to jump over to theirs real quick, too. And it's
high school basketball, so who knows? Night in and night out, anybody can beat anybody.
Yep. We got the national anthem coming up, so we're going to step aside for the anthem and come back for the tip-off in just a moment.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Great Basin Graphics does custom t-shirts and creates graphic designs that'll get your business noticed. Amazing colors and designs that seem to jump off the t-shirt. Go to greatbasingraphics.com.
Great Basin Graphics. We made you look.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
Suit up, feel good, custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
Make it 3.
Ridgeline and Fremont just about ready to tip it off as they're going through the starting lineups for both teams. Nick, why don't you share with us who is starting for the Fremont Silverwolves?
Yeah, starting for Fremont, number 3, Jace Hadley. He's a 5'10 senior. We don't have any points on the board for him. Dylan Bruce is a 6'1 senior. He's number 4, averages 10.5 points a game for the Silverwolves. Easton Duff, number 5, is a 5'11 senior, averages 14.5 points per the Silverwolves. He is their leading scorer. Zach Masters, number 14, is a 6'4 senior. He's the big guy in the middle. He averages 5 points per game. And number 50, Zach Hancock, is a junior, 6'1", averages 3.5 points and 4 rebounds per game.
Starting lineup for your Ridgeline Riverhawks are as follows. Number 1 is Dawson Lowe. He's a 5'11 senior. He got 12 points in the opener. Number 2 is Tyler Jackman. He's a 6'3 senior. He got 10 in the opener. Number 3 is Andrew Pinocci. He's a 6'4 junior, and he got 15 in the first game against Weber. Number 5 is Harrison Putnam. He's a 6'3 senior. He had 11 in the first game. And number 12 is Cooper Hall. He's a 5'10 senior. He had 3 big free throws down the line there at the end of the ball game for his 3 points in that one. Ridgeline is coached by Coach Derek Wadsworth in his first season. Wads is so far getting a lot out of these kids and having them playing very, very well.
Yeah, from what I've heard, Dave, the kids are really enjoying practice. They're challenged and they compete every day at practice. And when you can get the kids engaged and bought into what you're doing as a program and trying to set the culture as a new head coach, and you get the buy-in from the players, you're doing something right as a coach. And from everything I've been told, that's exactly what Derek Wadsworth has done here early in his coaching career at Ridgeline. If he keeps this up, I was very impressed with how they played at Weber. Although it wasn't perfect, they played hard.
Yeah.
And a lot of times that alone will win you games in high school basketball if you just simply play harder than the other team.
I mentioned in the opener that you better be ready to play defense if you're going to play for Coach Wadsworth. He stressed that from the moment he got here and through the summer. I got to visit with him a few times, and we're going to get to talk to him after this ballgame, Nick. He's planning on coming up for an interview.
Well, number 14 is built.
Yeah, he's a big, strong kid. Pinocci gets up a little higher.
I didn't know he could do that.
But it tips to Bruce of Fremont. He gives back to Duff, tries to get a high screen, getting down the lane, kicks into the left side corner. Driving there and pulling it back out is Hadley. Back outside Masters, drives hard. He gets shot blocked out of there by Pinocci. Putnam grabs it and immediately gives it to Hall.
I'm going to keep track of rebounds and turnovers.
Try to do a tick on the rebound of the individual if you possibly can. Is that hard?
No, I can do that. That was Putnam.
Yep, Putnam with the board and Pinocci with the
I ain't keeping track of blocks.
I mean, that's asking a lot.
It's too much.
Yeah, it's too much. Holding high is Hall. He cross-courts the pass to Pinocci. He's way out there. He's going to veer right, pick up his dribble, and drop it back to Putnam. 7 on the shot clock. In the corner to Jackman. Jackman tries to drive, kicks it out to Putnam. 3 ball on the way for Harrison. It's good!
Wow, a high release and a high arc for Putnam, and that one falls for the first points of the game. Same way they started against Weber. A 3-pointer.
Yes, Jackman hit that one. Yep, this time Putnam. 3-0 Ridgeline. Left side, Duft keeps his dribble. Tries to get a high screen from Hancock. Hancock goes away from it, and now Duff's still working. Stolen away.
Turnover.
Yep. Credit Hall for that, and it's grabbed by Dawson Lowe. Dawson drives, gets to the lane, or gets to the rim, can't get it to go. Rebound grabbed by Hadley. Hadley pushes, hands off to Hancock. Hancock's trying to get it to someone else. That's going to be Duft. Cross court back to Hadley. He's just right of center. Now he's backing up almost the free throw line, or excuse me, the mid-court line. Now right side, dribble handoff to Bruce. Looking down low to Hancock. Good job by Pinocchi fronting that. Hancock trying to get his position now, reaching over top. They're going to get a little bit too aggressive on Pinocchi. He'll pick up his first.
Yeah, the big body of Hancock trying to get position on Pinocchi, and Pinocchi just reaches over his shoulder to knock that one away, but a foul called by Page. That's Page, by the way.
Yep.
There's Darren.
There's Darren.
And this guy, I don't know his name.
I should know his name.
I think it's Michael.
He's been around for a long
It's
time.
not, though.
We can go by Michael if you want.
He's got a
Jump shot on the
beautiful
inbounds from the short corner is no good.
Long.
Rebound grabbed by
Cameron Earl.
Yep, Cameron
He's
Earl.
there,
with the
24, yep.
24. He's going to launch a three ball. That one's a little too hard off the glass. Rebound come flying in.
Good hustle.
For Dawson Lowe. Chalk that up for Dawson on his stats. Dawson picks up the dribble, goes down low to Pinocchi, goes up, and he's fouled. It's going to go against Masters.
Yeah, it's just a great job by Dawson Lowe. I said it last week. I think the key to this team is how Dawson Lowe plays night in and night out. He's got to be the engine that gets this steamroller going, and that offensive rebound there to get his team a second chance opportunity is just great hustle. Pinocchi draws the foul, and now he's at the stripe for two.
So Hall and Putnam are out, and Earl is in along with Reynolds. Parker Reynolds is a 5'10 junior, and Cam Earl is a 6'1 junior.
That is one thing I noticed. He went to his bench quick, and he went deep to the bench. I mean, you got J.T. White, Tyson Brenchley. Here comes Putnam back off the bench. He's probably going to come in for, I would assumed, maybe Pinocchi there if he makes that, but he misses the second.
That was my guess, too, based on when he got him off the bench on Pinocchi's second free throw.
Kate Barrett will come off the bench, and then Parker Reynolds as well.
Yep, down the lane. Good drive, but a little too hard off the glass. Rebound, fought for, grabbed by Hadley of Fremont.
Uh-oh.
Down low, they got Hancock. He couldn't get it to go. Rebound low. Dawson slows it up just a hair to get out of the traffic. Now Reynolds, left side, down on the baseline. Gets it to Pinocchi. He's on the block. Working.
I like this matchup.
Working. Goes up and can't get it to go. Rebound grabbed by Hancock. Fremont pushing the other direction. Duft into the front court. Guarded by Jackman. Duft whips a pass to the left side. Had to be grabbed close for going out of bounds. Straight away three-point shot by Hadley is good. Nothing but net.
And Pinocchi down low is having to deal with Hancock's bigger size. He is working hard right now on the defensive side, but Fremont knocks one down to bring this lead 4-3 for Ridgeline.
Hancock's only listed as 6'1". Pinocchi should be able to handle it.
He's just a big body, though.
Thicker, yeah. A little thicker. And also, speaking of, another big body coming in. That's their big man, Ben Calvert, at 6'7". Three-point shot coming for Earl. That's long, no good. Rebound, Pinocchi. And he goes right up and scores it.
Yeah, another second chance opportunity for the Riverhawks as Pinocchi gets himself an offensive rebound and a putback for a 6-3 lead for Ridgeline.
He's got three, and Putnam made the first three-point shot of the game, so that's the 6. Going left is Bruce, picks up his dribble, skip pass to the right side to Hadley. Tries to drive, and he throws it away. Turnover right into Earl's hands.
Good contest by Pinocchi, and Earl with the steal. Now he's going to push.
He loses the handle and tries to force it past to Reynolds, and now Reynolds couldn't ever grab it. Diving on the floor to try to get a steal, couldn't get it. So Bruce gets it into the front court, and a foul away from the ball. They're going to call it on Earl.
Yeah, I think it was on Earl. He was fighting with Hancock again. Hancock trying to establish position in the post, and Earl's just kind of pushing him from behind and gets caught for the foul.
Harrison Putnam comes back in along with Hall and J.T. White. Earl stays in, and so does Reynolds.
So Dawson Lowe to the bench.
3:50 remaining here in the first quarter.
Pinocchi is huffing and puffing, too, on the bench here.
High screen by Calvert. They get it into the corner to Campbell, who's newly inserted. He kicks it out to Hadley. Hadley drives baseline. Good feed to Calvert, and goes up and scores it.
Yeah, that's a beautiful slip pass from Hadley into the big guy who's just right underneath the basket, and it gets the Ridgeline defense out of position and an easy layup for Fremont.
6-5. Ridgeline still in the lead. 3:22 remaining in the first quarter. Earl picks up his dribble, goes to Hall. Hall gets into the lane. He gets all the way down, goes up, scoops it, can't get it to go.
A lot of contact, but a good job by Calvert, just staying tall.
Rebound grabbed by Bruce. He's got it on the right side, angle, now veers to the top of the key. Back passing to the right side is Campbell. Down low, Calvert. Calvert's got the size advantage. Goes up, can't get it to go. Gets his own board, can't get it to go again, but now they call a foul. And somebody underneath him. It's going to go on 21. That is Reynolds.
Yeah, Calvert throws up the first shot, misses, but gets his own board and is able to draw the contact and the foul and try to get the lead for Fremont here as they're down 6-5, but he's got 2 at the charity stripe.
Calvert is listed as 6'7". That was short on the first free throw attempt. He's got one more.
He's got to go about 250 or so, doesn't he, Dave?
Yeah, I'd say right around there.
Misses the first.
He's averaging 2.5 points per ball game over their first 3. Second free throw, also almost airballed that one, just left her short.
Dawson Lowe with his 3rd rebound of the ball game.
Top of the key, Putnam. Goes back and hands off to Lowe. Lowe comes over top, down to the free throw line, kicks it out to JT. 3 ball on the way for JT, good!
Woo, that was online and pretty looking from this angle, Dave.
Yeah.
JT White with I think his first points of the season right there, the 3 ball.
Yep, that one looked good. You and I were dead on that one. We could see it going straight at it. JT hounding.
Locking him up.
Yep, now he gets it to Campbell.
Oh,
Campbell,
JT.
JT just goes and takes it from him.
Stole it right away from him.
JT headed the other direction, goes up for the layup, can't get it to go. Rebound, Calvert's on the floor, Putnam's on the floor, but Putnam's out of bounds. So it's going to stay with Fremont.
Yeah, great hustle there by the Riverhawks as JT White gets the steal, misses the layup, but then Putnam fights for it.
That's the tendency, what JT did there, the tendency is to try to outrun everybody to the rim. You got to slow that down.
You almost just want a tempo and then maybe draw a little contact, get into the body.
That way you can create separation. The old Luka Doncic,
Yes, sir.
Play at your speed. But it's easy to just think, well, I'm going to outrun him and get to the rim. But by the time you get there, it goes off the glass at a million miles an hour. Timeout. Coach Wads thought he had a 10-second count, but they're going to get a timeout at 9.5. And Fremont's going to take a 30-second timeout. I want to remind you, folks, that your video streaming is powered by Adams Wealth Advisors over on CashValleyDaily.com. Expect specific guidance from advisors who adhere to principles of honesty, professionalism, and integrity. Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com. We also appreciate Cast-A-Lite. They sponsors our block of the game, and we already had one. Andrew Pinocchi got one early there. Whether you're looking for brick for your home, tile for your bathroom remodel, or pavers for a new walkway, think about Cast-A-Lite. Online at CastALite.com.
I'm looking down here at the bench for Ridgeline, Dave. It doesn't look like we're going to see sophomore Cade Barrett at all tonight, as he's got a big old bag of ice wrapped around his ankle. He rolled that ankle in football.
They were taping him, too. When I got here for a JV game, they were taping him at about the 3rd quarter.
And I think he's maybe re-aggravated that sprained ankle, and he's got it all iced up. So no Cade Barrett tonight. You're going to be
Earl.
Probably 3 deep. Yeah, Cameron Earl, who's kind of tweaked his knee, I know, early in the year in practices, is back on the court. So you're probably going to go Earl, Reynolds, and JT White off the bench for the Riverhawks.
But it does take some size away, as Barrett's one of your bigger players.
Probably the biggest player on the Ridgeline roster.
Campbell gives off to Easton Hansen. His three-point shot is no good. Putnam flies in for the board, but they're going to call a push on Zach Hancock.
Yeah, Putnam doing a good job of boxing out, and the only option Hancock had was to push him to try to get in arm's length of that rebound, and Putnam draws the foul, and possession goes to Ridgeline with a 9-5 lead and a minute 40 to go in the first.
Dawson Lowe will walk it as the inbounds was given to him by Tyler Jackman. Now Dawson starts to trot across half court. Up top, Jackman. Coming to screen, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Dawson. I think Dawson just kind of stumbled into him. He felt like he got bumped a little bit, but he just looked like he couldn't put on the brakes.
Turnover Ridgeline. I got it 3-2 in favor of Ridgeline. Only their second turnover so far in this first quarter. JT's going to pick up ball.
Easton Duft goes right by JT all the way to the rim and scores it.
Nobody home as he gets by JT and then by Harrison Putnam, who came to help. And he just finishes at the rim nicely with his right hand.
9-7. Dawson Lowe up top to Jackman. Doesn't look to shoot it. Picks up his dribble. Kicks it back outside to Putnam. Putnam in the lane. He gets to the rim. Easy.
Beautiful little spin move right in the key, and he elevates up. He has got
He's bouncing.
He has got some good springs on him, and he is right at the rim when he finishes that little bunny for an 11-7 lead for Ridgeline.
I'd like to see him keep doing that. It reminds me of like Blake Griffin when he first was in the league, where he could just out-jump
elevate over everybody.
Yeah, and then get him just those little quick moves to get into the rim.
Well, he's got 5 already tonight. Leads Ridgeline in scoring, I believe.
11-7. He got a 3 to start it, and they're going to get a foul on JT. JT has a bit of a gripe. I saw the hook on the offensive player, but I think they're going to get the foul before the hook happened.
Yeah, JT's wanting the hook called on Duft, but a little bit of body contact from JT White.
So
and they're in the bonus, 5-2.
Going to the free throw line is Easton Duff. He's a 5'11 senior. He's getting 14 a game. He's their leading scorer. He's got 2 so far in this one. Takes a couple of dribbles and spins it up. First one is good. Good stroke. That looks like a stroke that could be very consistent. One more coming for Duft. On the floor currently for Ridgeline is White, Lowe, Hall, Putnam, and Jackman. Duft gets the second one.
Probably going to try to get just one shot here as the shot clock is off and only 26 seconds on the game clock.
High post area to Putnam, but if you can get to the rim like that, you take it. Putnam couldn't get the layup, and Fremont gets the rebound.
That's a few chances at the rim Ridgeline has had to finish, and they've just been unable to do so. Only 11 points in this first quarter, and Fremont's looking to tie or take the lead here as Duff drives.
Duff drives again, and he gets it to go, and
no
they're going to
shot.
wave it off and say it's down.
And Coach Wads
call that also on JT.
I thought that was, it was on JT. That's his second.
He'll be getting 2 again. He made his last 2. He's got 4 so far in the quarter.
Only 3 seconds on the clock here, so Ridgeline's going to have to look for some magic to end this half. I bet you, or end this quarter with the lead as Duft gets the first to fall. I'm just guessing he's going to tie this one up.
Yep, me too. 11-10 right now.
That doesn't look like he misses very many free throws.
Second free throw coming for Duft is good. And Dawson's going to have to launch.
You got time, bub.
Ooh, that was online, just a little bit short. So the end of the first quarter, Ridgeline and Fremont all tied up, 11-11. We'll take a quick break and be right back for the second in just a moment.
Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
In a world of ordinary flooring options, there's only one that's truly indestructible. Castelite, the ultimate destination for strength, durability, and timeless beauty. With tile, brick, and paver displays. Witness their indestructible products online at castelite.com.
Find the
5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8.
This is new.
You never heard this one?
I haven't heard this one.
This was on one of the highlights for the Ridgeline football team. It's HGTOGO.
What is that, a K-pop group?
Hot to go.
What is that?
That's hot to go.
11-11 is our score here at the end of the first quarter, moving into the second. Ridgeline had a decent little lead there, and then Fremont got to the charity stripe a couple times and made them all.
See, here it comes, Dave.
Okay. There's the hot to go. They're spelling it and everything. I like, you get jiggy with that one.
Yeah.
Nick's got moves up here with that
I try to keep it fresh, you know.
I appreciate
on the
it.
playlist.
And I like that we're not
nobody
doing so
wants
many
any
ballads
Bryan
this week.
Adams playing,
No,
right?
who wants that?
No.
Little Enya.
Your wife certainly doesn't.
Yeah, she was. We were putting her to sleep last week.
Pinocchi sat out quite a bit of the second half of that first quarter. He's back in there now. See if he can make his mark on this second quarter.
Earl down on the block. Couple fakes, couldn't get it to go. Rebound grabbed by Masters, Zach Masters. Bruce now into the front court, guarded by Jackman. Heads to the right side, gets down into the corner to Hansen. Is that a 23? Yep, 23. Yes. Hansen guarded by Hall.
Is this going to be on Earl down low? Yeah, it is.
24.
That's his second foul. So Earl with 2, JT White with 2. Coach Wads is going to, if these kids keep getting in foul trouble, he's going to have to go a little deeper into the bench, into some of those sophomores. Tyson Brenchley, maybe Stockton Hansen.
Inbound coming, and they get it into Masters. Masters working against Pinocci. He's got one foul. He's got to be careful here as they kick it out as we're just starting the second quarter. 3 ball on the way, a high archer short off the front iron. Rebound, Masters. He goes back up. Pinocci got away with one there.
Yeah, he did.
And a rebound grabbed by Hall.
Good job by Cooper Hall fighting down low with the trees.
Yep, swings
Comes
it
away
out
with the rebound.
And he pushes it quickly down court. Spin move by Jackman, nothing there. Rebound gets it up and can't get it to go. But he will get free throws.
And an offensive rebound by Jackman there as he grabs his own miss and puts it back up and draws the foul. Ridgeline's had a lot of opportunities point blank, Dave, that they just unable to convert. JT White had one at the rim. Jackman there with one at the rim.
Harrison had one at the rim.
Yeah, Putnam. Here comes, speaking of Harrison Putnam, he's in for Cameron Earl.
Free throw's good for Jackman.
Maybe Wadsworth just kind of does what he did in the fourth quarter against Weber, just sticks with these 5 starters. I mean, you can only go so long, though, against these bigger bodies, right? I mean,
it'll depend on the foul situation.
I'm watching Pinocci, too, and when he's battling with Masters down there, it's a lot of work for him.
Yeah. Fremont just kind of cross-courting it back and forth the width of the court as they make it down. Now they're into the front court. Bruce, dribble handoff to Hadley, and they swing it around the perimeter into the hands on the left side to Duft. Duff trying to get a screen from Masters. Masters rolls. He's open to the rim. Contested was not good enough, and he gets up and scores it.
Yeah, it just gets that Ridgeline defense out of position and off rotation, and Cooper Hall unable to give enough contest for Masters to get the bucket.
Jackman into the lane, picks up his dribble, kicks it outside to Pinocci. Give it to Lowe. Lowe's down the right side of the lane. Layup, good.
There's a finish at the rim.
Yeah, small little hesitation there. Got that opening for him.
A little hezzy, and then he goes just straight downhill through the Fremont defense right to the rim and finishes with his right hand for a 15-13 lead. 6 minutes to go in the second.
I think they need about 10 out of him per game, personally.
I would say 10 and 10. 10 points, 10 assists would be just fine.
Would be ideal.
He's got 3 rebounds already, leads the team in rebounds, matter of fact. Dawson Lowe does.
Hadley outside. They'll go to the left side now. 3 ball on the way is no good. Rebound grabbed by Campbell. Campbell loses it and saves it on the floor. Back to Duft. Kicked outside for Hadley. 3-point shot is no good. Rebound. Jackman.
Then gets pushed.
Yep. Got to credit Pinocci, too. He put a body on Masters, making it so Jackman could come over there and get it.
Yeah, it was kind of a long rebound, and you're right, Dave. Pinocci doing a good job of boxing out. Sometimes those things go without a stat, but they're just those kind of hustle plays, or what do you call them?
I'd call it a hustle play.
Fundamentals. The fundamental plays that don't go in the stat book, but they definitely are important with gaining a possession for your team.
In the corner is Hall. Hall gets into the free throw line area and kicks it back outside to Reynolds. Reynolds has checked in for Jackman. Harrison Putnam kicks it out to Lowe. Back to Putnam. Putnam, elbow, right side, jump shot, good.
Putnam, that high release and that big elevation that he gets in the mid-range, he gets up over any defender for Fremont. And he's got 7.
And that, you're right, he has a super high release too, makes it even more difficult to block.
And a high arching shot, and that thing is like virtually impossible to block.
Kick outside, 3 ball on the way by Bruce, no good, rebound.
Lowe.
Again, Lowe, credit Putnam, he's in there slapping it and it goes right over to Lowe. Down low to Hall. Hall gets a lot of contact, nothing called, but he gets it to go.
It's a good job by the Fremont defender of just staying vertical. And Hall goes into his chest, gets the contact, no foul called, but a beautiful finish by Cooper Hall to get the 2-point bucket for Ridgeline.
19-13, Ridgeline in the lead. drive, and a foul's going to be called on Reynolds.
Yeah, it just reaches across the body of Hadley as Hadley was dribble driving to the rim, and the reach by Reynolds puts him at the line. Missed the shot attempt, but has 2 at the stripe.
Hadley has 3 points. He had a 3-point shot in the first quarter.
Putnam leading the scoring with 7. They got him with 5. I think he's got 7 because he started the game with a 3 ball.
Yeah, he's got 7.
Oh, sorry, that's the other 5. They don't even have our lineup in. That's
the funny thing is their other 5 has 6.
Yeah,
6.
They got it. Yeah, they got that one, but they don't have our 5 even in the game.
Oh. So both free throws made by Jace Hadley, so he's got 5 in the game now. 19-15, Ridgeline in the lead.
Pretty clean game as far as turnovers go, Dave. I only have Fremont with 3 and Ridgeline with 2.
Drawn kick outside, 3 ball in the way is no good. That one by JT, rebound on the backside by Pinocci. Gets it out to Lowe. Lowe tries to drive. They cut him off. He backs it out with the dribble. Now goes to Putnam. Putnam can take this guy.
Yeah, get him in the post.
Baseline and get down low.
Page. My.
I don't know about that. That they call an offensive foul somehow on Putnam. I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either as he was just driving down the baseline.
You got
that's a
replays
turnover.
going on that yet?
Let's see. Save replay.
That's probably going to be
Instant
a little late.
Replay. Yeah, it looks like it's working. And we got the tail end of it, bub.
All right, well, we'll get it next time.
I'll capture that. I'll be a little better.
Dribble handoff to Bruce. They're going to get a foul called
Masters.
on they
Masters.
Masters get a
offensive on the screen,
moving screen. I glanced down to look at his number.
Yeah, Masters just moving his feet on the screen set on JT White. So back-to-back turnovers for each offense. Putnam on the offensive foul for Ridgeline, and now Masters on the moving screen for Fremont.
Back in the ballgame is Jackman. He's joining Putnam, Pinocci, White, and Lowe.
Oh, right off the dribble,
Good,
Putnam.
Quick move by Putnam.
Wow.
I just think he can do that a lot.
Off the bounce as he gets, that's Hancock, the bigger defender, up high on the perimeter and just goes right by him. Gets the finish and the foul for the 3-point play opportunity for Putnam. He's got 9.
If he catches the ball in a triple threat position and just kind of makes a quick little jerk to like he's going to go left and stays with that right hand, I guarantee he can get to the rim.
Well, and then when he gets to the rim, he has such good elevation. 10 now for Putnam. Man, he's come out on fire offensively. Hasn't missed a shot.
Nope, and he got that free throw too. 5 in the first quarter, 5 in the second quarter. Duff tries to get to the rim, gets by his man, got right by Lowe, and Duff scores it.
Yeah, and Putnam comes to help and makes a mistake as he flashes out to Masters. If I'm Putnam, I stay down and make Duff give it up before I flash out to Masters to even attempt to play defense on him in the corner.
Zone now being played by Fremont.
Yep.
Ridgeline's trying to swing it around it. See what they can do here. That's definitely got him thinking. 2:47 remaining. JT's wide open in the corner. Now he drives it, and a bad pass is turned over. Hadley racing into the front court.
You know, I like it, Dave. Just the mix-up of the defense and the look.
It's a good move.
Got the offense for Ridgeline out of sorts there.
Yep, just even if it's a one possession. 3 ball in the way, no good. Good box out by Lowe.
See, and that's the shot that you should have given up the previous possession when Duff got to the rim.
JT with the rebound, by the way, on that one. As Lowe boxed out his man, allowing JT to come in and grab it.
I got that for JT's first rebound there. And on the other side, was that Jackman? With the foul, yep Jackman got fouled.
Go to the free throw line. Coming in is Hall.
4 turnovers apiece for each team.
Cooper's got to wait, though, for the first free throw. Jackman's first free throw is good.
That's one thing the Riverhawks have done a pretty good job of so far this season is knocking down their free throws. Remember, I think it was like one of the first years we did this, Dave. We could not throw it in the ocean from the stripe.
The free throw line.
No,
you just
missed it.
Is that you? Is that on you?
Probably.
All right, well.
It's fine.
Yeah, well, sorry about that, Tyler.
Hey, Emily Skinner in the house, 5-star recruit going to Duke, Dave. We're going to do some of her games.
Yep, we definitely will do some of the gals' games.
You could put her out here. She'd be just fine.
Turnaround jump shot is no good. Rebound, that was by Duff. Rebound grabbed by
Cooper.
Hall.
Jackman push and go
up. Tyler, and you're going to hand check foul called on Campbell.
Yeah, I mean, Jackman's one of the
tallest.
Hard
work. Just right in front of the rim, go up.
Right in front of it. You're going to get the foul, or you're going to get, a good look at a bucket. Instead, he just kicks it out to Putnam, and
speaking of recruits,
Putnam gets fouled.
Anne's sitting right there by Emily. She's going to Texas.
She's playing softball, though.
Yep, she decided not to play basketball, focus on the softball, as she is a very highly recruited softball player as well.
She is the basketball team manager.
Is she?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Keeps her around.
It's too bad. I mean,
free throw for Putnam was good, by the way.
Chances are the girls' basketball team is going to have a great chance to win state again. If Anne Wallace is on the floor, they would win state. She's that good of a basketball player.
Yep, she is
so athletic.
Yep. Second free throw miss by Putnam. Jump shot from the elbow on the other end by Dylan Bruce is good.
Yeah, beautiful. Little mid-range by Bruce gets the Silver Wolves back to a 5-point deficit. 24-19 for Ridgeline. 1.5 minutes to go in the second.
Fremont sticking with that zone. Somebody's going to have to crack it open.
Someone's going to have to make a jump shot.
Or just work that high-low. Here's a jump shot for Hall. 3-ball, no good. Long. Rebound.
Oh, good job by Jackman.
Just comes over and grabs it. Harrison Lowe gets it back to Jackman. He takes the three.
Why
Got
not?
it.
Why not? You get an offensive rebound, you ought to have an opportunity to knock down a three, and that's exactly what Tyler Jackman does. 27-19 for Ridgeline.
Credit that offensive rebound, man. You get another chance at it.
That was Jackman on the board, wasn't it?
Yep. Fouled as he goes to rim is Easton Duft.
Yeah, he is aggressive, downhill player. Finishes strong at the rim. That time unable to get the bucket, but he'll have two at the charity stripe. He has 8 points already in this ball game.
Cooper Hall is going to pick up the foul. It's his first personal. 8-point lead for Ridgeline, and Duft going to the free throw line. He's got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
They got him with 8 up here on this board. Yep. Looking to get into double digits for the Silver Wolves.
Average is 14.
Oh,
that's in and out. That baby was taking a look down in there.
He's kind of tweaked the wrist down there. He's holding the right wrist, the shooting wrist. As you can't afford to lose Duft if you're the Silver Wolves, that's for sure. That's where a lot of the offense comes from.
Second free throw is good.
27-20 for Ridgeline. 1 minute exactly in the second quarter.
Hall on the outside.
Has Dawson Lowe taken a shot?
Some layups.
Yeah, he's made a layup, hasn't he?
Yeah, but he hasn't taken one from beyond the arc, I don't believe.
Nope.
27-20. Ridgeline in the lead. Harrison Putnam free throw line. Drawn kick out. Jackman 3-ball. Good.
Wow. That's Jackman started the game off against Weber with a knockdown three. If he can stretch that defense and especially get teams out of a zone, get Putnam back into a one-on-one situation, Jackman doing a good job shooting the ball from beyond the arc early in the season for the Riverhawks.
Yeah, those two right now are the scoring for sure. 17 seconds, shot clock is off. Fremont wants the last one.
Duft wants the ball in his hands here with 12 seconds to go. Cooper Hall defending.
Cooper trying to move his feet to stay in front of Duft. Duft does get Cooper to foul him.
Yeah, and I think it's an okay foul if you're Coach Wadsworth. Oh, it is the fifth, actually. He's going to put him at the stripe. I thought they had one to give. And now Cooper Hall's going to give his second foul.
Trade me, would you?
You don't like the
click of the
clicky click.
If it's in
fine,
your hand,
have it.
If it's in your hand, you're
it's
going to click
habit.
it.
I have a nervous switch.
I know. I'm just
sorry.
trying to hook a guy up here. I'm looking out for you.
Gal, you are something.
Duft makes his first free throw. He's got one more. 5 seconds remaining.
I take all those songs back that I played for you last week. I take them all back.
I'm looking out for you. Second one is also good.
What about this?
Takes a quick swig of his beverage. Well, now I just need you to have the cellophane wrapper of your nibs. 5 seconds for Dawson.
You
He can
got
go
time
coast
here.
to
You
coast,
got time.
Doss.
Oh.
He raises for three, almost banks it in. 5 seconds is enough time to go coast to coast.
You can go all the way. Yeah, you can get to the rim if you wanted.
He pulled up for three and missed it, so Ridgeline's going to take an 8-point lead into the half, leading 30-22. We'll be back in just a moment.
Car equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Great Basin Graphics does custom t-shirts and creates graphic designs that'll get your business noticed. Amazing colors and designs that seem to jump off the t-shirt. Go to GreatBasinGraphics.com.
Great Basin Graphics. We made you look.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
Nick's in charge of running the boards too, just so you know, Coach.
Love it. Sounds good.
Welcome back to Ridgeline High School. Ridgeline leading 30-22 at the half. We're going to switch gears just a little bit on you here right now, folks. As head football coach Travis Cox joins us in the Crow's Nest. We didn't get to talk to you after the state championship game, Coach. We were 3,000 miles up there in that booth, and so being able to have you come up there wasn't really that feasible. But Coach, you ended, obviously, unless you win the last game, it's never what you were hoping for. But overall, had a really, really good year this year with your guys, and my guess is now that you had a few days to think that one over, got to be pretty proud of what you got out of that group.
Yeah, for sure. We had a great year, and we had some great kids, and they were a whole lot of fun to coach, and just unfortunately we didn't end it the way that we wanted to, but can't take away from a good year.
Yeah, thinking about the senior group, the guys that you're going to be losing, that's always kind of the hard part of end of the season, is you think about those kids that have been involved with the program for so long, and then they'll be leaving, and you almost don't even want to bring up individual names because you feel like you might miss somebody. But as a group as a whole, that group was really solid and did a lot for you this year.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it wasn't a big group. I think we ended with 8 seniors, 8, maybe 9. And so, credit to those guys sticking through, what's not an easy thing to play all 4 years and grind as much as they did. And, we feel like we run a pretty committed program where it takes a lot of work and takes a lot of time in the summer and got to get up early. And so, they kind of carried on a tradition of just working hard and playing well, and definitely will be missed as a senior group that just really just kind of played hard, and they won a lot of games along the way.
Yeah, that only losing 8 is crazy. I mean, and that talk about a lot of talent coming back. You got to feel like the sky's the limit with the group for next year too.
Yeah, I mean, sky was a limit for this year too. So
yeah, it always feels like it, doesn't it?
I feel like we have a good team. We knew we had a good team coming into this year. You guys know I've said it a million times that we were worried about the guys up front coming into the year, and I thought we were able to manufacture a pretty solid O-line, and so coming back to next year, like, now the worry is like, hey, we got to replace a 1,600-yard back, and you got to replace pretty good, lineman in TJ where he played both ways, some corners, and Charlie at linebacker. He was really good for us. And so it sounds good when you return 17, 18 guys, but the holes you got to fill are pretty big. So every year is a new year, and you got to find your groove, and so hopefully we can find it quick and get rolling.
If you were to be able to go back in time, what adjustments would you have made in that last game?
Oh, that's a good question because I've thought about it a million times.
I thought Spanish Fork was really physical. I thought they maybe gave you as much physicality as you'd seen in a while.
79 was really good for them on the defensive line, the O-line. Yeah, he causes a little bit of problem up front. You know, I don't know if I would change a whole lot. I think maybe the demeanor coming into the game could have been a little bit different. So that falls on me as a coach. We definitely didn't play our best game. Not to take anything away from Spanish. I thought they were a really good team and coached really well. They had a really good plan. They played us exactly how I would have played us. And so I think credit to them for figuring it out. You know, at the end of the day, like obviously there's a couple plays here or there we should have back, but you really go back to just like not necessarily the plays, but like how do you
execute?
How do you execute in crunch time? And then it takes you back to like how do you practice in the summer, in this fall? Like how do you get more prepared for those games? That's kind of where my mind's been, not necessarily play calling. I think you can at this point you can call a million plays. It's just all about executing. And
I think that game came down to 2 plays in my mind. The 4th and 1 when we were on deep in our own on the 5, and the 3rd and 15 that the defense gave up a conversion late in the game to Spanish Fork, and then they went on to score the game-winning touchdown. You make both those plays, and it's a completely different game. At worst, if the defense is able to get off the field on 3rd and 15, we go into overtime, and then who knows? But
there's several plays.
There's a lot. Yeah. But those 2 were the ones that stuck out the most to me.
Yep.
Well, Coach, overall, I just wanted to congratulate you. I know it's not the result you wanted to have, but you're continuing to build a program and to create a culture of winning here. And ever since you've stepped foot into that position, you've done it. And me as a parent and as just a guy in the community, I appreciate you. Everything you're doing. It starts from those younger ages. I think. Here's one last question. If you were to tell any coach that's starting new, how do you build a program? It has to start from the young kids, right? Like we're talking little leaguers.
Oh, for sure. I think every good high school program has a good little league, and I think we tried really hard to include our little league into our program. Our kids are responsible for a team in little league, and they're responsible to go to practice, to all their games, and really just try to
those kids do. Those high school kids, they show up. They show up to practice and the games. They're very supportive of those little league teams.
And it's not an easy thing for them to do as a high school kid to get up in the Saturday mornings when they don't really want to go over there or go to practice. So they know the importance of it, and we love having the little leaguers come to our games. But we have really good coaches down kind of in that group that really are committed to the kids, and so we've been super blessed as a staff to have really good players. We don't win games without good players. Coaches are just a little small part of it. We've had really, really good players, kids that not only are just good athletes, but they understand the game, and I think that's really kind of helped us.
Yeah, I think that even goes into you can have a great athlete, but if he's not developed as a young kid, he's not going to enjoy it, and it's not going to continue on and want to be into that high school level. So again, a lot of credit goes out to the community of parents that are trying to help build the thing like they have and send them on to you knowing that you're going to get the best out of their young man. Not only you, but all the programs, the basketball, the girls basketball, the softball, all these things. So much work goes in at the family levels before they even get to the high schools. So.
Yeah, it's key. I think that's the key to the Ridgeline success in most all of our sports is the youth programs are very solid, really good. And it's, I think sometimes, honestly, it hurts the support of the high school teams while they're playing because their kids are so busy. I think about our semifinal game. We didn't have a great crowd. Next thing you know, you got 6 teams playing in Mesquite. And, it goes to show, we got a lot of kids out there playing a lot of football or doing a lot of things, and so it's good, and, sometimes it actually hurts the support. You sometimes wonder, well, where's the support? But they're playing, and which is awesome. I love it, and I think that's what they should be doing, and so it's kids coming to Ridgeline are ready to go, and I think, that's good. And then we're not nearly where we are without Ryan in the weight room.
Yeah.
And so we have a lot of good things to happen, and so we're excited about future for sure.
Well, yeah, you got some good years coming ahead of you too. Coach, thanks for joining us. We always appreciate you. And again, congratulations on an excellent season.
All right, thanks, guys.
That's Coach Travis Cox, head football coach for Ridgeline Riverhawks. And did he say anything that you didn't expect?
No, that's exactly kind of what I expected to hear. I thought he may have some things that he wished he did different, but at the end of the day, it's about execution and the kids making plays. Mm-hmm. And we just happened to have one of those bad games where several of the kids just didn't play their best. They made uncharacteristic mistakes. They didn't play their sharpest. And part of that does fall back onto the coaching staff to say, how could we have got them prepared better mentally going into that game to play their best? Because we didn't play our best. And so much of that does come back to the coaches and how you prepared, how you practiced, how you perceived the other team and their ability to play against you. And we just, as a coaching staff, needed to get better. And it was just a failure that's the greatest thing about football. It's unlike basketball or baseball or some of these other sports where one person or two people can take over and dominate a game. Mm-hmm. And in football, you can't do that. You all collectively have to be your best in those moments, especially when the margin of error gets so slim that you can't make mistakes or they lose you games. And that's just we made too many mistakes and they made more plays than we did, and that was the difference in the ball game.
Cater Shop is your 4-time gold medal menswear store winner of Best of Northern Utah contest. Proud to support Ridgeline Sports and all their student athletes. The possession arrow is in favor of Fremont to start here in the second half. And coming from our right to left is Fremont. Duft holds high on that left side angle, 3-point range. Gets past Hall, gets into the free throw line area,
tough.
Jump shot, got it.
Duft coming out in the second half, making a beautiful little mid-range fadeaway for first bucket for the Silver Wolves. Brings this lead down to 6 for Ridgeline.
Right side now, Dawson Lowe backs it out. He's close to half court. He goes straight away to Putnam. Putnam looks at a backdoor cutter to Jackman, didn't have him. Now Jackman comes back to get it on the dribble handoff into the free throw line elbow and then kicks it back to Putnam. Putnam spins, kicks out to Pinocci. Pinocci doesn't take the three. He gets into the lane, tries to spin. Now Dawson Lowe will raise for three, no good long. Rebound, Pinocci. Oh, I don't know, Darren.
I mean, the arm was definitely kind of across the body, but it didn't look like there was much contact there as the long arms of Pinocci looked like he had grabbed himself another offensive rebound, but a foul called and a turnover for Ridgeline, and that's Pinocci's second. He's got to be just a little bit careful here in this second half with his fouls.
At least in this quarter.
Yep.
I'll pick up another cheap one here. 3-point line, Hadley doesn't take the shot, now picks it up, gives it off to
Duft.
Duft working and inbounds it down, or enters it down low to Hancock. Jump hook in the
Nice
lane. Pinocci,
block.
good defense. Is that another block?
And a rebound for Pinocci.
Jackman now gets a high screen from Pinocci. Loses the handles, picked his pocket.
Wow.
Bruce was heading the other direction, and they're going to get a foul called on Bruce.
That's right in front of Page, and the backside ref has got to make that call.
I don't know how he can see that with the body.
I beg the same question.
Page probably could see the hands better than he could. But we're not in charge, Nick.
Nope.
Left side, Hall tries to get a screen from Putnam. They
the
double
trap.
up Hall. Somehow he gets it out of there to Putnam. Putnam, right side to Jackman. Gets into the right side elbow, kicks it back out to Pinocci. Now back up top, they swing it all the way around the perimeter. That's where Hall is. Left side, spins, step through, gets it up, can't get it to go. Rebound grabbed by Hadley.
Good defense, too, by Hadley on Hall down on the baseline.
Good feed. Hadley finds his man down low. That's Bruce, and he misses the bunny. And, it goes out of bounds off of Ridgeline.
Putnam had a rebound there, an opportunity to grab a board, and he just mistimes his jump. And it flips off his hand and out of bounds. Possession to the Silver Wolves.
Putnam will come out. Cam Earl comes back in. Inbounds.
Oh, Duft.
Duft three-point shot is no good. Rebound, Pinocci. He's on the run. Gets it off to Jackman, but nothing. It was never clean. And they're going to get a jump ball called. It was just never clean.
No, nobody really had great possession of that one as the first dribble on the rebound from Pinocci goes clear up in the air, and then he just tries to tip it to his teammate. But another rebound for Pinocci. That gets him with 4. Him and Dawson Lowe have 4 apiece.
Dawson's going to be the trigger man here with a box set. They get it in. Dawson gets it back. He's on the right side corner trying to work that baseline. Can't do it. Good cut by Hall. He's fouled. He's going to get free throws as he was able to split a couple of defenders and get to the rim. Somebody hacked him across the elbow, and he's going to get free throws. I think they gave that one to Hadley.
No, they gave it to 14.
Okay.
That's Masters. That's his 3rd.
So free throws for Cooper Hall. First one is good.
Yeah, and this is the guy they wanted the ball in his hands as the game got down the stretch late in the 4th quarter. Coach Wadsworth was setting up plays specifically for Cooper Hall as he knocked down 3 big foul shots. And is that his first points in this game?
Cooper?
No. He's got 4.
Yeah, he's got 4. He had 2 in the second quarter.
And those 2 foul shots right there for an 8-point lead, 32-24 for Ridgeline. 5.5 in the 3rd to go.
Straight away is Duft. He's at almost midcourt. Picked up by Hall. Heads to the right side. Now goes elbow to Campbell. Campbell hands off. Now left side angle. Duft down low. Up and in. Nope, missed it. Hancock missed it. It was right in front of the rim. And Pinocci grabs another board.
Great contest by Pinocci. Gets the board as well.
Earl gives it off to Hall. Hall is straight away trying to shake and bake into the paint. Gets it back outside. And then they get it into Dawson Lowe's hands. Jump shot, free throw line, no good. Rebound, and he fouls him. Rebound was grabbed by Campbell, and Dawson came over, maybe a little frustration, and hit him across the arms. I thought that Dawson should have taken that 3 when he got it originally. Faked the 3, but he did get into the free throw line area for a good shot as well.
Yeah, it was a good look by Lowe, just a little short on the release, and the rebound goes to Fremont.
32-24, Ridgeline in the lead. 4:43 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Bruce gets it to the free throw line area. That's Hancock. Dribble handoff to Hadley. Hadley down the right side of the lane, blocked again by Pinocci.
That's his 3rd. That's his 3rd block of the ball game for Pinocci. Is that one? He gets way up. The volleyball player shows off his jumps.
Logo Shop can really put your logo on pretty much anything. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, and school organizations trust the Logo Shop. We logo stuff. Out of the inbounds, a good look at the rim by Duft, and he draws contact, and he's getting free throws.
It's good body control by Duft as he gets into the body of Putnam, and he's able to draw the contact and the foul. He gets a lot of points at the foul line, Dave. I can just tell he's good. He's good with his body of drawing the contact from the other player and then getting a shot attempt up.
Well, to your point, he's got 7 points at the line right now. He's 7 for 8.
He's got more than half at the stripe.
First free throw is good. There's 8. He's got 14 in the game right now.
Really good player, Duft is. He's already at his average, almost. One more foul shot and he's above it. As he averages 14.5 on the season, just through 3 games.
Second free throw is also good.
So he's got 15.
And 9 of them at the line.
Yep.
32-26, Ridgeline still in the lead. Cooper Hall crosses over Hadley, picks up his dribble, backdoor cutter, and Pinocci stopped. I think Hall thought he had the cut and he was going to make it to the rim.
It looked
Pinocci
like
stopped.
From here, Pinocci had him as well on the back door.
Yep.
And Cooper Hall saw what I saw, but Pinocci stopped. I don't know what stopped him.
Turnover. How is the turnover?
6-4. Fremont's done a great job
taking care of it.
Yeah, they had 3 in the first quarter, only 1 since. There's one.
There's one. They were able to trap Duft. He gave it off to Campbell, and Campbell had a wide open man under the basket. I believe it was Hancock, and he airmailed him out of bounds.
I mean, I could go back and watch this stream and probably count 5 or 6 more that I haven't tallied, but who's counting?
Yeah.
Other than me.
Other than you. Reynolds has checked in for Lowe. Reynolds gets into the lane. He misses the shot, and they're going to get a foul called, I believe, on Bruce.
Yeah, the little step through by Reynolds gets him right at the rim, and he floats the layup a little too hard out over the rim, but the contact, the foul, and the opportunity for 2 points at the line. That's the third foul on Bruce.
It almost looked like Reynolds was a little surprised at how open he got there in that step through. Free throw is good. And so it's first points for Parker.
Jackman back in the ball game. I think you got to leave Pinocchi out there about this whole half. You got to just ride him and Putnam as those big bodies for Fremont.
Second free throw is also good for Reynolds, so we got them both for his 2 points. 34-26, still an 8-point lead. It's what it was at the half. 30-22 at the half, now 34-26.
Little zone press here for Ridgeline.
But that's only 4 points so far this quarter for Ridgeline and 4 points for Fremont. It's not been a great offensive quarter so far, as we're more than halfway through. Duft trying to create perfect feed down low as he was able to make a guy fall, and then help came, and so he gave it to Zach Hancock for the easy layup.
It was Cooper Hall. He gets into the body of Cooper, puts him on the ground, and then when the help defense flashes, it's an easy layup for Fremont.
Dribble handoff to Jackman. Now he goes left side to Hall. Short corner, bad pass by Pinocchi is picked off, headed the other direction. For the layup is Hansen.
Yeah, when you're deep in the baseline where Pinocchi was, you can't throw that skip pass over the top of the defense. That's an easy steal for Fremont. And another turnover for Ridgeline, as they've only got that 8-point lead at half is cut in half now. Only 4-point lead, 34-30 with 3 minutes to go in the third.
Get energy without the punishment at Planet Fitness. Join the judgment-free zone for just $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness, energy for all. Nick, let's take a quick break and be right back.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
Your pocket?
They really can.
Did you not have anything in your pocket? This is a Napoleon song?
Absolutely
Dances to? I'd like to learn that dance. 2:57 remaining here in the third quarter. Ridgeline leading by just 4 now, 34-30. They've only mustered 4 points here in this third quarter.
So they had
the
a
third quarter that they had a struggle with last time?
It was the third. They had a 30-22 lead.
It was 30-22 at the half.
At the half, and now they've been outscored 8-4 in this third quarter. Not, as you said, not a great quarter for either team.
No.
Someone's got to find offense here. That's a travel, isn't it?
Low goes down, somehow gets it out to Putnam. Way. Putnam gets it to Reynolds, and Reynolds has it knocked out of his hand. Dawson was dribbling as he fell down, and so for some reason they didn't get him for a travel on that.
I didn't think he had kept his dribble going, but maybe he did. No turnover for Ridgeline, but it's close a couple times. Putnam.
Turnaround jumper by Putnam is no good. Rebound grabbed by Fremont. Duft into the front court, guarded by Lowe. Goes down the left side, spins, step back. That's tough. Short. Rebound, Hancock. Well, 2 guys on the floor. Jump ball. Good job by Pinocchi to get down there.
Yeah, he saw that ball in the court, and he immediately hit the floor and got in a wrestling match with Hancock and is able to get the jump ball. Possession goes Fremont, but he does switch the possession arrow. So Ridgeline, with no other jump balls, will get the ball in the fourth quarter.
Speaking of wrestling, we're going to do the wrestling match this
Yes, we are, Wednesday.
And when I say we, I'll be there with you, but I don't offer a whole lot, but I'm learning what a crossface is.
You're wondering when someone's going to get body slammed on the scores table.
Yep. And a chair broken over their back. Turns out they don't do that.
Do you know, if you want to watch a fantastic documentary, you ought to watch Mr. McMahon on Netflix.
Is it good?
I mean, if you're a wrestling fan, it is.
Which
if you're
you
a
are.
WWE wrestling fan.
You grew up on those.
Oh.
Hancock gets an easy feed in there from Duff. Great pass on the inbounds, and Hancock goes up and scores it.
Yeah, gets that Ridgeline defense out of position again, and an easy bucket on the inbounds play. A nice design by Fremont. Now only a 2-point lead for Ridgeline with 2 to go in the third. Jackman for 3.
Oh,
that's in and out.
No good. Rebound grabbed by Duft.
Chance to get the lead or tie this one up here as they're looking for Hancock down low.
He makes a good interior pass to Campbell. He couldn't get it to go. Ball is on the floor. Hancock picks it up, kicks it outside. They skip it to Duft. Now 3-point shot by Hanson is good.
There's a big shot by Hanson for Fremont as he's in the corner, and the ball just swings around the perimeter and finally finds his hands, and a 35-34 lead for Fremont.
Dawson Lowe picks it up, gives it to newly inserted JT White, and then they swing it around. Back to JT on that right side angle. Kicks outside to Doss. Dawson doesn't take the 3. Tries to go baseline, cut off by Hancock. Down low to Pinocchi. He's fouled. That was a pretty easy one for all of us to see.
Yeah, everybody had their arms up on the Ridgeline side wondering where the whistle was. It was a little late, but it finally got there. 4 fouls apiece here in this third quarter. So the struggles early in the season for Ridgeline have been the third quarter. 6 points against Weber, only 4 points here tonight against Fremont in the third. Now they're down 1.
Offensive foul called on Jackman as they're trying to screen for Lowe to come around on that inbounds play.
And Hancock has 4 for Fremont. That's going to be Jackman's. And they gave it to JT, but I think that was on Jackman, wasn't it? Turnover, Ridgeline nonetheless.
So Duft will bring it into the front court.
Probably getting 2 possessions here with 50 seconds to go on the clock.
Yep, 24's on the shot. Holding high is Masters. He's down on the block, kicks it back outside. 3 ball on the way for Duft is good.
Down the barrel again, right behind that 3-point looking shot from here.
30.
And Duft knocks it down. That's 18 for him in the ball game.
38-34, now Fremont in the lead. It's been an offensive struggle for Ridgeline here in the third. Dawson gets Putnam. Putnam goes up, scores it, and a much-needed and 1.
It's exactly what you needed, and Putnam just gets aggressive, gets the ball deep in the post, goes up strong, draws the foul on Fremont. I want to say that's Masters' 4th foul here, if I'm not, yeah. So Masters with 4 and Hancock with 4 for Fremont. So the 2 big guys in foul trouble for Fremont here late in the third.
So that's the 6th point of the quarter for Ridgeline. Guess how many they had
6
against Weber? Yep,
6, exactly.
Got to avoid those single-digit quarters. Putnam free throw is no good.
Of course, you had to say it was 6, and we didn't get to 7.
Sorry.
6 in 2 consecutive games. You get 6 points in the third. You had a 17-point lead at Weber. Weber. You only had an 8-point lead here. Now it's a 2-point deficit. A 10-point swing here in this third quarter.
Duft, step back, 3 ball, got it.
21 for Duft from Fremont. He's feeling it. He has 7 more than his average.
Boy, he just sized up Cooper Hall and made a jab step and then a step back 3. That's tough to guard that. Fremont's got a 5-point lead here going into the fourth, 41-36. We'll be right back.
That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations. Call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
In a world of
Ridgeline with a paltry 6 points there in that third quarter, giving up 19 to make matters worse. Duft's doing an excellent job. He's got 21 now for Fremont. And our score is 41-36, Fremont in the lead. I like it. It is a little bit of a danger zone.
It really is. As you only put up 6 points in the third and find yourself down 5 to start the fourth. You have the ball. You need points here.
Cooper Hall dribbles right, dribble handoff to Jackman, and then they're weaving up top. Pinocchi now, dribble handoff to Lowe. Lowe goes into the corner, and they're going to get a foul called on Hadley. He battling down there with Harrison Putnam. That's Hadley giving up some size at 5'10" to Putnam, listed as 6'3".
6'3" and put together well.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, trouble
Inbounds
getting
comes
it in
all the way
here.
out to Jackman. Back to Lowe.
Oh,
Three
quick
ball
release.
quick. No good rebound. Putnam.
Nope.
Just lots of people with hands.
Cooper Hall.
On the rebound. Now Hall gets it to Pinocchi, and he goes up and in.
Good hustle by the Ridgeline.
Do you call that a rebound for
Probably.
Hall?
It was never really possessed.
Secured. We'll give it to him.
Yep.
41-38, Ridgeline trailing here. Duft wants a high screen by Hancock. They hedge it, but now it's got Hall down there.
Oh, great
he
job.
made a great move to get in front and got the turnover. Lowe to the free throw line, gives back to Hall, goes up and scores it.
2 great plays by Cooper Hall. You said it, Dave. He had Calvert down in the post, and Hall slips underneath Calvert and is able to get the steal. And on the other end, the beautiful finish at the rim for Cooper Hall. 2 great plays by the senior.
And Calvert goes 6'7", so Cooper got him stuck on a mismatch on a screen, and he did an excellent job on it. Down low to Campbell, tries to elevate. Up underneath, didn't get it to go. Rebound grabbed by Dawson Lowe. Right side Hall gets into the lane, go up. Hall goes up and scores it.
Another great play by Cooper Hall. He's taken over here in the fourth quarter. Offensively, 2 straight buckets.
And got the
and
lead
he gets
back.
the lead down, up by 1 now for Ridgeline.
42-41.
That's a 7-0 run. No. 7. What was the third?
It was 41-36 at the end of the third.
Oh, okay. So that's a 6-0 run. Was that all by Cooper Hall? Has he had all 6?
Why do I only have 2 here? Oh, because Pinocchi had the other 2, and I must have put it in the third quarter.
When did Pinocchi have the other 2?
On the layup, just on a kind of after Hall got the long rebound that we ended up giving it to him.
Yep, he got the first points of the quarter.
Yes,
that's right.
That was the 6.
Up the scramble for the rebound.
Cache Valley Auto Care is a place to go if you got car problems. Trust Cache Valley Auto Care for expert service backed by excellent on-run reviews and customer satisfaction. Find coupons on their website.
Les Olson, IT. What can a business technology partner do for you? All the office products you need and a great service team. Learn more at lesolson.com or just call Dave.
We'll help you out.
At 757-BEAR.
You can't spell all of Cinnamon on the phones.
Nope.
Nope.
Just Bear.
Just Bear.
And 757 spells red.
I don't know if it does. I mean, we might need to fact check that one.
Okay, go ahead.
Duft with the ball in his hands, gets right down the lane. The seam parted, and nobody stepped in there. Duff got an easy layup.
Dawson Lowe's got to step up and at least try to draw a charge in that situation. He backs off, and it's an easy layup for Duff.
Wraparound pass, nicely fed to Pinocchi by Hall.
That's a beautiful feed by Cooper Hall. Down low to Pinocchi for the easy bucket for Ridgeline.
44-43, Ridgeline up by 1. Duff.
I got that one on replay.
Duff steps back, 3-point shot, no good. Rebound, Jackman. Gives off to Lowe. Lowe pushes down the right sideline. Tries to get all the way to the rim, takes a bump, gets to the glass and scores it.
Yeah, just tempo the defender and let him fly by, and that's what Dawson Lowe does. He gets the easy basket after Hadley vacates the space, and an easy bucket for Dawson Lowe.
46-43, Ridgeline in the lead.
Oh, yeah, that's offensive, and he's out of there. So Hancock just fouls himself out of the game, as that's 5 on Hancock with the offensive foul and the turnover for Fremont.
What did he do, Nick? I glanced down.
He got a high elbow up into the chin of Pinocchi. And the ref down there was Darren Jackson. He saw it immediately and called the offensive foul as he got a high elbow. And the head whip back of Pinocchi. Caught him right in the jaw.
I mean, we all know I'm not the numbers guy between the both of us, but if correct me if I'm wrong, but Duft has more than half of these 43 points. He's got 23.
Well, that would only be remainder of 20. So yes, you're right. The rest of the team with 20 and Duft with 23.
Been a really good offensive game for Duff, but they do find themselves down right now, still 46-43.
And Fremont's got to be careful. If Masters fouls out of this ball game, and you got to bring Calvert down in, there goes a lot of offense for the Silver Wolves, as you're going to be relying on Duff probably down the stretch. But you need those big guys down there to rebound and deal with the length and the hops of Pinocchi. A 3-point lead here for Ridgeline with 5 minutes to go in the fourth.
Harrison Putnam straight away. Now right side Hall. Now Pinocchi. 3-ball on the way by Lowe is no good. Rebound grab by Masters. Zach Masters. He gives off to Duft. Straight down the middle of the floor. Fakes right, goes left, and gets to the rim and scores.
Just gets Cooper Hall on skates, and he crosses him over right at the top of the key, and then is able to get downhill and finishes with his right hand on the left side of the hoop. He is a offensive machine right now.
He is. Putnam, left-handed dribble towards the baseline and then brings it back out on the pass to Lowe. Lowe to the rim, fouled.
And that's on Hadley.
Hadley's got to have a few.
He's got at least 3, maybe even 4 at this point. And if Hadley's kind of one of those ball handlers, but
maybe
right now it's Duff all the time. Really?
Yeah, I could have
sworn. That's 2 in this quarter.
So Dawson Lowe going to the free throw line. Ridgeline up 1. Still 1. As Lowe misses the first of his 2 free throws. 46-45. 4:27 remaining in the ball game. Second free throw is good. So I got him with 5 in the game. And Hadley walking across midcourt. Picked up by Lowe. Duft. They double team him. Hadley, 3-ball in the corner, no good. Rebound.
Fought for.
Yep. Grabbed by Fremont's Masters, and he's going to be fouled trying to go up.
Yeah, and that's going to be on Cooper Hall. Yeah, as he gets on the back of Masters, and Masters with the nice offensive rebound off the miss of Hadley in the corner. He gets the second chance opportunity and goes to the stripe for 2. Down 2.
First free throw is nothing but net.
That didn't look great, but that went in with no rim.
Yep. Off his hand, it almost looked like it was going to be really short. But
yeah.
Goes right in.
Another one.
Both. Perfect.
Sheesh.
No,
the big
no
guy
rim
with
at
some
all.
nice touch. Tie ball game. 4 minutes to go in the fourth.
Dawson Lowe coming across half court on the right side of the floor. Just continues to go right to the dribble handoff. They weave up top. Now back to Lowe on the right side. Trying to see Putnam down there, can't get him, so they go back up top to Pinocchi, and he hands off to Hall. Now back down low to Pinocchi.
Oh, that's a travel.
Yeah, he might have got away with one. Goes up in front of the rim and got it to go.
Geez, he kind of gets shuffling, and it looked like an easy travel call for the officials, but nothing called, and Pinocchi gets all the way to the rim, and the little floater with 1 bounce falls for a 49-47 lead for Ridgeline.
Duft trying to create, drawn kick, left side 3 balls, an error ball.
Oh,
grabbed by Putnam. Putnam trying to get it out to somebody, gets it to Hall. Hall gets to the rim and scores it.
Oh, another flyby for the Fremont defense.
2 flybys.
Hall with the shot fake.
Got 2 guys
2 defenders in the air, and then lets them go by, and the easy layup for a 4-point lead now.
Masters in the lane, good little footwork, and lays it up and in. And Ridgeline's got a 51-49 lead and a timeout called on the floor.
Let me ask you this.
Is a full, and it's called by Fremont.
What do you do defensively with Duft out there? Do you keep Cooper Hall on him, or do you try to make an adjustment here if you're Coach Wadsworth?
But who do you go with? Let's think about this. We got to take a quick timeout and let our sponsors.
We got a full time.
Yeah, we got a full one here. Let's think about that through this break and be back in just a moment.
There's only one that's truly indestructible. Castelite, the ultimate destination for strength, durability, and timeless beauty. With tile, brick, and paver displays. Witness their indestructible products online at Castelite.com.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. all the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
Those are guards.
Searching.
It's coming.
Okay. Off air, Nick and I are thinking, Hall's doing everything he can, but maybe throwing another look at Duft could be Jackman.
Does Wadsworth even have a zone in?
Yeah, that's a good thought too. 3 minutes to play here. Ridgeline leading 51-49. Up top is Jackman.
Just to give Duft a different look. He hasn't killed him as of late, but man, he has 25 in the game. You got to slow him down with the 2-point lead here late in the fourth.
18 on the shot. Jackman over top to Putnam. Putnam puts it on the
Don't
floor,
put it down.
spins. Somehow gets the shot up there, but he's fouled.
If that's on Masters, he's out of here. That's 14. Let's see what we have here. Nope, they give it to number 2. Oh, no, that's 2 shots.
Oh.
Who did they give the foul to?
Number 4.
Okay.
Gave it to Dylan Bruce.
And that's his 4th.
Free throw's coming for Putnam. The free throw is no good.
Long. Well, I don't know why Putnam, when he got that entry pass, why he put it on the floor.
You got to just
if
turn
he would have just turned and faced, he was right there.
He can explode to the rim and
there's
be right
nobody
there.
that can jump with him.
Second free throw is good for Harrison.
3-point lead for the Riverhawks. 2:45 to go in the fourth.
He's got 14 in the game. Duft crosses half court. Ridgeline leading by 3. He dribble handoffs to Hadley. They're trying to get him open, running him off screens.
Yep, he
Duft,
was.
He wanted that ball. Now he's got it right side angle, 3-point range. Drives baseline, cut off by Hall.
The hook. There's a hook and
Gets
a fadeaway.
Fade got into the Hall's body, so he created the space, airballed it, but his team got the rebound for him. Now he's trying to get in the lane again, goes up and scores it.
Wow, the soft touch. Gets the roll. Good defense by Cooper Hall. Like you said, Dave, he's doing everything he can, but Duft, with a really tough finish there at the rim, brings this lead down to 1 for Ridgeline. Coach Wads wants him to slow it down. Dawson Lowe up high.
Pinocchi, a step beyond the free throw line. Now down low on the block. Just outside the block to Putnam. Putnam goes up, can't get it to go. Gets his own board, goes up, still can't get it to go. Rebound grab by Bruce.
2 opportunities. I like that matchup. That's the matchup you want if you're Ridgeline. Putnam against the smaller body, Campbell.
Duft trying to size up.
Hall,
He does the step over like.
Putnam.
Like James Harden. Putnam gets the board and gives it off to Lowe.
Big rebound by Putnam on the long miss from Duft. Dawson Lowe up high.
Haven't seen a lot of high school kids try that side step to get them open like Harden does.
Here's the matchup they like with Putnam.
Putnam now has it on 3-point range, which I think they'd rather him be down closer to the block.
Getting the block.
Lowe gets into the paint, now kicks it outside to Jackman. Jackman to the free throw line. Jump shot, good.
Wow, and Jackman kind of been quiet here in the fourth quarter with a huge shot in the mid-range.
That's his 11th point of the game. First points of the second half.
I was going to say, he's been pretty quiet even in the half, and Jackman gets one to fall.
Cache Valley's #1 place to get most money for your junk vehicle and scrap metal is D&D Auto and Salvage. Pickup is available. Call 787-1204. No job is too big. For 100 years, Young Toyota and Young Honda have been delivering an exceptional customer experience. Think young, drive young. And Napa Auto Parts has the parts and oil you need to keep your car and equipment running at its best. Locally owned and operated from Preston to Providence. That's Napa Auto Parts. If you want to watch replays of tonight's game, latest news.
Who doesn't?
I know I do. CacheValleyDaily.com. The latest news about what's going on in your community is found on Cache Valley Daily, including photo galleries and replays of high school ball games.
Jake Morrill's going to join us Wednesday, Dave, to give us a little bit of
it's a good dang thing.
At least somebody that knows what's going on.
Because on a scale of 1 to 10, I know 1.
0.
Okay, 0.
Yep.
You know 4.
Probably. I mean, I've been around it since Jackson, my sophomore, was about 6 years old, and you know
more than most. That's fine.
I'm a good like, I try to be a good learner and a good listener so that then I can just regurgitate what I've heard somebody else say to my kid when I feel like they're very knowledgeable in whatever sport it is.
I just yell crossface. That's what I've learned. And
that's
the wizard.
Default, huh?
Yeah, and wizard. Give him the wizard. That's what I like to say.
Yep.
But I don't really know what the wizard is, just so you know.
Well, maybe we'll have Jake explain it to us all on Wednesday night.
As long as he doesn't show me.
Ridgeline.
As long as he doesn't show me on me. I had old Dave Swenson show me a move once, and I'm still limping.
3-point lead, 45 seconds.
Duff.
Fremont's got to work.
Duff crosses half court, and they just move right out of his way, and he gets to the rim.
I don't know what Putnam and some of this help defense for Ridgeline, it's got to be a little frustrating. I got it on instant replay here, Dave.
Because he
but
gets by
there's just
Hall.
no help.
Yeah, he gets by Hall, and Putnam steps over, but then moves.
But then lets him go.
That's where you got to take that charge.
Or you got to make it hard on him. Here comes the screen, and there's no screen.
And Putnam just literally got there and then stepped out of the way.
Yeah, and just let him go right by him. You got to get in there and be physical with
What's
Duff.
the worst that could happen? You step over to take a charge, and they call a block on you. Well, then you get Duff shooting free throws instead of an easy layup.
Well, I mean,
how many fouls does Putnam have right now?
He doesn't have 4. I don't have the foul.
He's got 2.
2. Yeah, I mean, and I've thought the help defense all night for Ridgeline, especially with Duff off the bounce, has just not been there for Ridgeline. A couple times I've seen Dawson Lowe have opportunities to step in, or whether it be Pinocchi or Jackman, I just haven't seen the help. A couple times I've seen Harrison Putnam flash and then run to the corner to defend a kid that, in my opinion, Dave,
doesn't have the ball.
You have got to stop the ball.
Yeah, for sure.
And let those 3-point shots go up. And if they beat you with the 3, so be it. But you can't let Duff beat you in this situation. He's got 29 points. Double team him. You got to make an adjustment somewhere in this ball game against stopping a kid that's got 30 on the board.
Yeah, he's pretty much doing what he wants to do offensively. The ball is in possession of Ridgeline, and Putnam will inbound, leading 54-53 with 36 seconds remaining. Inbounds comes to Lowe. Everybody clears. It's just one-on-one now with Lowe trying to get to half court. That's where they want to trap it. They do.
They do.
And coach wants a timeout. You can't pick the ball up there. And Ridgeline's going to get a quick timeout.
Yeah, and with
Nick,
the timeout.
We're still on replay, Nick. It looks
like.
Oh,
I'm sorry. My bad. Whoops.
Whoops.
Well, hopefully the details that Dave was spewing.
Just painting
the beautiful picture of, I mean, all I can say is an inbounds to Dawson Lowe. He bobbled it a couple times, got it across half court, and they trapped. A good job by Fremont. But, Dave, I want to know why the shot clock's off. There should be probably only about 20.
Does it reset in high school if you call a timeout? I don't.
No. No, otherwise, why would you just run it down, call a timeout? No, it shouldn't. There should be.
I haven't really thought about that.
You know, unless they got the ball with 34 seconds on the clock, but I thought there was more time than that. Well, let's watch the instant replay and see what time was on the clock when Duff made this bucket. I promise I won't leave it on this. Okay, so here you go. You got 44 seconds, and he just goes straight downhill. Yeah, he must finish with, 36 seconds. So there should be a shot clock in effect here, but there's not. They have this, the shot clock is off right now.
25 seconds remaining in the ball game. They're going to stack it up in a line at the half court.
Probably trying to get the ball to Cooper Hall here.
The only guy not being at half court is Pinocchi. And he's actually got Jace Hadley 5 inches shorter than him down on the block.
Nobody guarding ball.
But there's a man halfway between the ball and those two, and that's Cam Campbell at 6'3". He's the one that's going to be guarding Harrison Putnam once he inbounds it.
So do you just get it to Pinocchi and let him go to work on Hadley?
Well, you don't have a shot clock. So, at this point, you just take
trying
care
to
of the
run
ball.
It out. And if you're Fremont, aren't you instantly fouling? Instantly?
I would.
If you don't get
25 seconds. I'm going to work hard for a steal.
How long? 5 seconds?
No, I could go longer than that.
Really? Mm-hmm. I think I want to extend this game as long as I can and force Ridgeline to knock down foul shots. I think Paige is down here saying there it is, Dave. So 36 seconds.
Yep.
That's right. 36 seconds on the play clock, 26 on the shot.
Okay, that sounds more like it.
No. There should be 26 and 16, I think.
26 on the game.
And 16 on the shot, I believe. Oh, this is going to be a nightmare right here. This is going to be.
When you watched the replay, what was it at?
Well, 36.
When they inbounded it.
No, 36 when they called the timeout. Because Duft made it and then called timeout. So there should be a shot clock differential of 1 second. And then I'm assuming it took about 9 seconds to get the ball across the court.
Can't we see that on the...
Well, no, because the timeout, I don't have the...
Oh, we can't go back
Yeah, I don't have the Dawson Lowe play on instant replay. I just have the finish by Duft, so I can see the time on the clock when Duft made the basket. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that there should be, there you go, 27 and 26. 27 on the game, 26 on the shot. And that's correct.
I'd still, if I was Fremont, play really hard defense for 10 seconds.
I wouldn't. I'd foul and I'd extend the game as long as I could.
You got to know who you're fouling then, of course.
Well, I think any of them. It's high school basketball.
Yep, inbounds comes to Jackman. Jackman is fouled actually twice. I don't know if you happen to notice, but Hansen had grabbed the jersey of Jackman.
On his release.
On his release. But it's taking Jackman to the free throw line right now. His team leading by 1, 54-53. Yeah, so they're doing just like you said, extend it as long as you can and see what you can do at the line.
Even if he makes this, it's still a one-possession game, and Duft has shown the ability to knock it down from beyond the arc for Fremont.
Free throw for Jackman is good.
Beautiful shot by the senior, trying to get this to a three-point margin. 55-53, 26 seconds, and no shot clock now, Dave. We've resolved that issue.
Mm-hmm. Second free throw coming for Tyler Jackman. And it is short. Rebound grabbed by Bruce.
They want the ball in Duff's hands, and they got it. Cooper Hall defending.
So Cooper trying to guard him. He's between the circles right now. Crosses over, gets into the lane. Hesitation, what a move. Goes up and scores it. 10 seconds remaining.
Save for the last shot here.
Jackman.
Oh!
And they call a timeout.
I don't know that I love... What do you think there? Do you just let them play it out? You have Fremont in transition, and I know you want the last shot, right?
Let me tell you the only reason. Yes, the only reason I don't love it.
I don't like getting the ball back.
Stinking inbounds plays.
Yeah, but
they're harder than they should be in high school.
But some coaches, Dave, are really good at it, and they get a good look.
And they'll figure this out.
Now, if this gets you a good look, then by all means, call the timeout and get the inbounds play. But in that situation, with Jackman out in the open court, and I don't have it on replay.
It felt like there's some lanes in transition.
It felt like you could at least see if he could go get a finish and maybe get you the lead back. But hey, you draw up something nice on the old dry erase board and win yourself a ball game here. Looks like maybe
some good flipping by that cheerleader.
I'd say that was.
Ridgeline and Fremont all knotted up, 55-55. Dawson Lowe will be the inbound man.
What was our score at 41-36? So a much better fourth quarter for Ridgeline, getting 14.
Well, that's what they did at Weber too. Is just that cursed third quarter.
That third quarter was rough in both of their first two games, so they got to figure out the third quarter woes. Now let's see what we've drawn up here.
Ooh.
Coach is seeing, the little cap, the volleyball post cap or whatever that is.
That could be a dangerous.
That could twist an ankle.
Sure could. Okay, Dawson Lowe, 8 seconds. He's going to try to get it inbounds.
Here's your play.
Gets it to Putnam. Dribble handoff to Lowe. Lowe gets to the three-point line. Steps through, three-point shot, and they did foul him.
That is a foul.
I saw
Absolutely.
it too. Dude, you got a replay?
I did. I caught that on instant replay. We're going to see it. As Dawson Lowe, where are we at here?
Coach Mulaney does not like it.
Yeah, well, it's
but
unfortunate.
I saw it too. He grabbed across his jersey.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, the replay. Oh, okay. Let's see what we got here. Nope, my replay button just, maybe I got it. Nope, I didn't. Okay.
Well, as Dawson
It's
went
stuck.
hard to that left side, he stopped. And as he was trying to let a guy fly by, the guy kind of grabbed at his jersey, and then Dawson elevated.
And
The
it's
question for me is did they give him 3 shots?
Oh, come on now.
Are they saying it's on the shot?
I would think so. Okay, we're not live. Hang on. Okay, there we go.
Well, it's
We're
at
back
least
live.
2 because they got 16 fouls.
Yeah, it's interesting. In the first quarter, the fouls were exactly the opposite, where Ridgeline had a whole pile of them and Fremont had hardly any. Now here in the fourth.
First free throw for Dawson was good.
And that does also foul out Dylan Bruce, a senior for Fremont. He's out of the ball game as well. But I saw what you saw, Dave. As he flew by, he grabbed the front of Dawson Lowe's jersey.
It is 3 shots, Nick.
Yeah, they did call that on the shot. 2 seconds on the clock they want. 2 seconds. Yep, so
they got it up there.
So Duft is going to try to get this one. If Dawson's able to make the third, get this inbound, get down court in a hurry, get to about half court maybe.
Third free throw made 2. They're up 3 with 2 seconds, and Fremont's going to call a timeout.
Yeah, it's just that's a tough call as an official even to make, but it's a foul.
Yeah,
I didn't know if they would call it on the shot. I think the marginal part of that foul was if it was on the shot or on the ground.
I thought it was before
on the
he
ground.
shot it.
I agree.
And Coach Mulaney's at the scorer's table just trying to figure out, I think, how much time's left or should be left.
Yeah, dang it. I wish my instant replay would have worked on that one, but.
All right, so the last thing you want to do is give up a 3.
And you want to foul. You want to foul. You have fouls to give.
Yes,
as soon as the ball comes in,
shoots it.
you just grab a hold of them. They're not going to get it and just chuck it up.
Fast.
So as soon as they get
then
it in.
Then you get some weird ref saying intentional.
Oh, come on.
I've seen it at the Little League level. It's so bad.
That is bad.
Of course it's intentional.
So
we're trying to foul.
You just chance it with the half quarter, right?
Some of those refs at those little kid levels, I mean, bless them. They're trying to learn. They're making some money.
Are they?
But I'm telling you.
They're bad.
Oh. One time I saw a kid try to box somebody out.
Yep.
And he moved the guy that he was boxing out.
Like he's supposed to.
And the ref said, you
too
displaced
aggressively.
him.
You aggressively
It's an offensive foul. I'm like, oh my gosh, have you ever played the game in your life?
No, they haven't. That's the problem. Well, I think did you see the one college basketball game where they tried to foul intentionally at half court and he kind of came through it and banked it in and they waved off the shot and it should have counted.
Oh my goodness.
But I think if you're in this situation, you just foul them. You foul them when they get the ball in.
With only one team foul right now, it's not a bad idea. But what you worry about is somebody like you said. Dawson just kind of motioned it. Look, he's talking to coach, worrying about. Oh, maybe he's talking about the foul that he got fouled on. Dawson wants a knuckles because the last thing Paige is going to give him is knuckles right now, saying that he made the call right. She made the call right. But he thinks he got fouled as he was going up.
I think he got fouled too, but I don't know if it was on the shot.
All right, here's what's happening. Hadley's going to try to inbound it, and the closest man to him is at midcourt.
Ridgeline.
Duft at midcourt. They got 3 guys at midcourt, and way back there's Masters.
Duft's going to try to curl around number 12 screen right here and catch it at midcourt. Get downhill. Here he comes. Right there's where they want him. And Ridgeline does a good job. Oh.
Pinocchi volleyballs it. And that's good because he's a volleyball player, and he knocked it out of there, and that's the ball game.
Yeah, kind of an interesting last second play. I mean, that's just desperation, right? You got Ridgeline kind of got bailed out with that foul call up high.
But 2 seconds, though. Pinocchi happens to hit that ball right at somebody.
Yeah, they catch it.
And shoot it.
Yeah.
There's still time. Ridgeline escapes with a 3-point victory, 58-55, when they got down by 5 at the end of the third quarter and get out of here with a win. We'll tally these statistics for you and come back and share them with you, and also have a quick visit with Coach Wads in just a moment.
IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Great Basin Graphics does custom t-shirts and creates graphic designs that'll get your business noticed. Amazing colors and designs that seem to jump off the t-shirt. Go to greatbasingraphics.com.
Great Basin Graphics. We made you look.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations. Call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
Make it 3 years in a row.
Welcome back to Ridgeline High School. Ridgeline wins this one 58-55 over Fremont. Turned into a bit of a nail biter, Nick.
But I'm enjoying this song.
You haven't listened to a word I've said since we've come back to break.
I really haven't. Yeah,
Ridgeline gives up 14 in that in that fourth quarter, and scored 22 of their own, which was huge, coming out of a 6-point quarter in the third. Ridgeline, something to do with that third quarter. I don't know what's happening. Are they just not ready to go in the first two ball games? The third quarter, they've only scored 6 points in each of them.
Yeah, it's something that you've got to address if you're Coach Wadsworth, but a good job of perseverance and just not getting down when you give up that lead in the third. Doing a good job in the fourth of coming out. Cooper Hall was very aggressive offensively. They got 6 straight points, 2 from Pinocci, 4 from Cooper Hall right out of the gate in the fourth. So a nice job of answering that call to play a little harder and to be more physical. That first bucket of the fourth quarter was on a loose ball. Tipped around, finally fell in the arms of Cooper Hall. He got it on an outlet to Pinocci from about half court into the key, and then Pinocci with the easy finish to start the fourth quarter, and then they outscore Fremont by 8 in the quarter. So a nice job of finishing. But yeah, you've got to figure out what's going on in the third and get that figured out, because those single-digit quarters you aren't going to be able to survive too many of those single-digit quarters and come out with wins like you have the first 2 games of the year so far.
I think that one of the main catalysts in that fourth quarter was Cooper Hall.
Yeah.
I thought the energy he brought on both sides. He made a steal on the one end and then came down and was able to get a layup on the other end on all that hustle. And that was from end line to end line, baseline to baseline, because the steal happened on the baseline. Obviously, he scored at the rim. He had 6 in the quarter. Andrew Pinocci had 6 in the quarter, and so did Dawson Lowe in the quarter. Dawson making 3 huge free throws right down at the line at the end there when it was all tied up, and he was able to force a foul on the shot on the 3, getting the 3 free throws. Scoring by quarter, it went 11-11 at the end of the first quarter, and then Ridgeline outscored Fremont 19-11 at the end of the second quarter. So the halftime score was 30-28 22. Let's get Coach Wads's.
Hang on, you got a second?
Yeah, I got a second.
Why can't I find...
We'll let Coach catch his breath as he climbs the stairs.
Why can't
Much younger than you and I, though, so he's going to be fine. He's
yeah,
gonna be
he
just
is.
fine. Coach, if you could put that microphone a little bit more down.
There we go.
That'll be perfect.
No, that's not
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right. Nick's running the boards, and he really wants to get to some music here.
When you're doing stats.
I mean, I've got all these stats and numbers together, and all you have is one job is to put that together. What do you got? Oh, this is my background
got this
music?
right now, but I want to find my other.
I like this one too.
I'll find it. Just go ahead.
Why don't you tune that one out, and we'll bring that back for the stats, and we'll talk. No, we're going to talk to Coach Wads here. Coach Wadsworth, a little bit of nerve-wracking thing going on there in that third quarter there, as your team was outscored 19-6 in the third, but you got to like how they responded in the fourth, coming back and after a rough third quarter, doing what they needed to do to get the dub.
Yeah, that's 2 games in a row we've struggled in the third quarter, though, so we've definitely got some work to do there. We got to figure out why that keeps happening.
6 in the third quarter at Weber, 6 in the third quarter here. We actually looked that up because it did seem to be a kind of a deja vu going on there, but you do got to like what your kids were able to do in the fourth quarter to come back and just kind of get gritty there and finish it off.
Yeah. Truthfully, I'm proud of these guys because they guard every single possession. Their point guard, holy crap, was he tough.
Yeah, he's good.
For the most part, we were battling, and I'm proud of them for that because we hang our hat on our defense, and truthfully, we're holding teams under their season averages. Mm-hmm. So if we can keep doing that, we can keep finding ways to win. So we're going to keep hanging our hat on that.
You had 3 guys in double figures, and I've done a lot of games in my career. I just feel like really good high school teams have 3 guys that average double figures. And I don't care where they average, how high, but you've got to have 3 of them in there, and so far you're getting that. You had 14 today out of Harrison Putnam. You had 12 out of Tyler Jackman. You had 10 out of Cooper Hall, and Dawson Lowe ended up with 8 there at the end of the ball game. So pretty balanced scoring. Coming into the season, I didn't know where the scoring would come from, and it doesn't look like it needs to come from one individual. It looks like you've got guys out there that if they move and they do what they're supposed to do, your offense should help create those shots.
Yeah, we run a never-ending offense. There's always triggers in our offense that indicate more action. But one of our biggest, I would say, advantages right now is they can't just scout one guy, because last game I think we had 4 dudes in double digits, mm-hmm. and tonight we've got 3. So, who are you going to take away? There's threats out there. They can all do something. So, offensively, other than the third quarter in these last 2 games, I'm actually pleased with how we're playing. They're shooting the ball with confidence. They're going and finishing through contact. So, but we got to improve in the third quarter.
Coach, has it been difficult? I mean, I've never stepped into a coaching role brand new like you're doing this year, not really knowing any of these kids. What's been the progression for you as you've gotten to the program and taken the reins, so to speak, and getting to know these kids? And do you feel like you're even quite there yet?
No, we've got a lot of kinks to figure out. But taking this group as my first has been a serious blessing. They've bought in from the jump. Like, I'm talking back in May, they bought into what we were trying to do. And I think that's why we're figuring out how to win these close games, is because these kids are bought into what we're trying to accomplish. And they're being good teammates, and they're working hard for me. So, yes, we got to work on some kinks, but they're playing so hard for me right now, and I'm proud of them.
I remember listening to some of the first. I have a little freshman, as you know, and so being able to listen to you talk to the kids right from the get-go sounds to me like you're a defense-first kind of guy. Let's win on that end, and then go from there. Let's talk a little bit about what your philosophy is as a coach.
Truthfully, the philosophy is to make them shoot contested jumpers in the mid-range. The whole idea was to take away their catch-and-shoot threes and to take away their layups. Mm-hmm. The next best thing is to take away their free throws, which we did not do a good job tonight. We were battling their bigs. Their bigs were huge. I don't know if you saw them. So we were trying to work to those whites, which we call whites our fronts. But mm-hmm. We were picking up fouls trying to get in front of those big guys. And mm-hmm. so they were getting free throws to end those quarters. But the whole philosophy is to make them take contested 2s, 2-point jump shots over the top of us. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but we held these guys, what were they at half, 20?
They were 22 at the half.
22 at half. We held Weber. What was Weber at half, too? Were they 22 as well?
Pretty close. I remember thinking your defensively.
Had a 17-point lead, and I think it was 39-22.
They were.
That sounds right to me.
Nick, what's the math? 13 and 9, 20.
13 and 9 is 22.
22. So they were 22 at the half too.
Yep.
So our defense truly isn't the problem. We would have held Weber under 50 if it wouldn't have been for all our turnovers. And this game, they've got a stud of a guard that we could not stay in front of, and he was good. But our defense is what we hang our hat on, and it's winning these games for us. So,
Coach, do you ever? I don't think we've seen it yet. Correct me if I'm wrong. Ever switch into a zone every so often just to throw something different at them?
We've got a zone. I'm trying not to use it until we absolutely need it.
Yep.
But you will see it. You will see a 2-3 zone eventually. You'll also see a 1-3-1 eventually.
Okay.
But we haven't used them yet. We've been strictly man these last 2 games.
Definitely early in the season. Before we turn you loose, just because a lot of people don't know you, if you wouldn't mind, maybe give us a little bit of who you are, where you've come from, and what brought you here to Ridgeline.
Well, a little bit on my basketball background. I grew up in Preston, just up the road, and I had a blessing of a career there. I played for a great coach with great teammates. We actually ended up winning 3 state championships, 3 straight.
Back to back to back.
Yep.
Boom.
So my playing career at Preston was blessed, to say the least. After that, I signed and went and played 4 years at the College of Idaho. Up there, we won 3 conference championships, made some deep runs in the NAIA national tournament. I played for another Hall of Fame coach up there. And you're seeing a lot of those 2 coaches down here on the floor. They were both defense first guys, and that's kind of where I learned it from. So I was lucky growing up, getting to play with some great dudes and under some great coaches. But what brought me to Ridgeline was I knew I wanted to be a head coach, and Ridgeline's got a great history. It's a brand new school. It's a great area with great people. It's an attractive place, and I decided to throw my name in the hat and got lucky. So.
Yeah. Now, you were coaching at Preston, weren't you, before you came here?
I was. I spent 2 years as Coach Jones' head assistant up there.
Okay.
Do you teach?
I do. I teach math.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, you're kind of guy.
Yeah.
Nick's the numbers guy.
Yeah, Dave
I
has
take
no
care
idea
of the
what the
English.
word
He
even
takes
is.
care of the numbers. That's we've got an agreement up here. Coach, real quick, also your coaching staff here with you. I know you've got Coach Wadsworth, who's your father, and you're Coach Wads.
Yes.
Affectionately, we're going to be calling him Coach Wads from here on out, if that's okay
I may
with you.
slip.
You may slip.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Who else you got down there on the bench with you?
I've got Jason Ward, who I actually played some AAU ball for when I was a youngster. Brock Nelson was a part of that coaching staff as well, so I played for him too. My sophomore coach is Kevin Christensen, and he's doing a great job. We've got another assistant, Shay. Shay's
been a part of the program for a while.
He's been around for years. And then
Coach Teve, by the way.
Teve? Yeah. And then Coach Britton Coyle is our freshman coach, and he's been around for a year or so. No, longer than that.
I think last year was his first year.
And the kids love Britton.
They do.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's a great coach.
He is. He does a good job.
He does a really good job.
And he's rocking a really nice mustache.
Isn't he, though?
Well, I mean, that's what they say. If you're in your mid to early 20s, I think you're allowed to grow it.
You ought to see him do curls at the gym.
Really?
Yeah.
He is ripped.
Just pops.
I don't find myself at the gym as much as maybe I should. You know what I mean? I don't do extreme
exactly
things. I do my own thing of Planet Fitness.
I know exactly what you mean.
Well, Coach, congratulations on a nice victory tonight, 58-55. Got a lot of ball games coming up, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yes, we do.
How do you balance that? I mean, are you going to go deeper into the bench, or do we just play it by ear?
Well, we're already playing pretty deep into the bench. Against Weber, we played 9. Tonight we had plans to play 10, but Cade rolled his ankle in the JV game.
Is he day-to-day right now, or is he going to be okay?
It was a bad one. He couldn't even warm up after.
Oof.
But we rotate fast. We rotate early and often to keep these guys fresh. It's part of the whole defensive philosophy. They can't guard as hard as they are able to unless we're doing that. So
yeah,
you can plan on us going deep in our rotation throughout the year.
Well, I'll be with you the rest of the way. Nick's going to be out of town, but we'll have some help here over Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We'll be with you all those games. Can we catch you for more interviews after those ones?
Yes, of course.
Awesome. Well, great. We'll plan on home games with all the interviews.
Okay.
And at the Spectrum, if you don't mind. We'll call that a home game as well.
I love it.
Okay, Coach, congratulations. Ridgeline wins that one 58-55. We'll take another quick break and be back to wrap this up.
Thank you, guys.
It's honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
In a world of ordinary flooring options, there's only one that's truly indestructible. Castelite, the ultimate destination for strength, durability, and timeless beauty. With tile, brick, and paver displays. Witness their indestructible products online at Castelite.com.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
Nice, I like that. Hey, let's bring this. Let's bring this over. Could you get my stat music for me real quick?
Yeah, I got it.
I haven't been able to wrap up the stats. Again, appreciate Coach Wadsworth.
Go ahead.
Coach Wads coming up. All right, leading scorer in the ballgame was Easton Duft. He was sensational. He ended up with 31 in the ballgame. Nobody else in double figures, though, for Fremont. Next highest was 6 points out of Zach Masters. They got 5 out of Jace Hadley and Easton Hansen.
What is going on
somebody's
there?
calling
Come
you. Your
on,
mother
come
calling you in the middle of the broadcast.
I'm in a meeting. Call you later.
Sorry, Mom. Zach Hancock with 4 points and 2 points out of Ben Calvert. 2 points out of Dylan Bruce. For Ridgeline, they had 3 in double figures. The leading scorer was Harrison Putnam with 14. He had 11 at the half, got his other 2 in the third quarter, 1 in the fourth. 12 points out of Tyler Jagman. It was a nice fourth quarter for Tyler. He had 3 in that fourth quarter to help out closing this one out. 10 points for Cooper Hall. His 6 of those came in that fourth. He was very big for them in the fourth, along with Pinocci and Dawson Lowe. Pinocci ended with 9, Lowe ended with 8. So you got 3 in double figures. You got 9 out of Pinocci and 8 out of Lowe. You almost have your starting 5 at double figures.
Double digits, yeah, and that's great. That's the balanced offense that Coach Watts is looking for, to where everyone's an option.
Yep.
Everyone's a contributor.
And he said, who are you going to scout?
Yeah, who are you going to scout? Who are you going to take away? If everybody's able to score and shoot from the perimeter and, knock down shots, you got Pinocci down low finishing at the rim, getting on the foul line. They're going to be hard to defend. And I think Fremont just too many breakdowns on the defensive side. Duft was great. Duft, yeah. He didn't have a great supporting cast. Not very often do you score single digits in the third, lose the turnover battle, and still come away with the W. So a nice job by Ridgeline of just weathering the storm of Duft, making enough plays, finishing at the rim. I got Pinocci with 5 rebounds and Putnam with 5. Actually, I got Pinocci with 5 and Dawson Lowe with 5 to lead the Riverhawks, and then Putnam right behind him with 4.
JT White came in off the bench and got a 3-point shot in that first quarter, his first points of the season, so good shot by him. And then Parker Reynolds got 2 free throws for his 2 points. That rounds out the scoring. As we've said a few times, it was 30-22 at the half, and then Ridgeline had a paltry 6 points in that third quarter, and gave up 19, but came back in the fourth, played really hard, and got 22 to Fremont's 14.
I also had Andrew Pinocci with 3 blocks in the game as well. So
he had a good stat line.
A nice game. 9 points, 5 boards, 3 blocks. Probably more in the neighborhood of 6 to 7 rebounds.
Ridgeline wins this one 58-55. As we mentioned, they'll be back at it Thursday night here. That first game, I believe, was Judge Memorial on Thursday.
Judge, Minocho, and then Hurricane.
And then Hurricane. Again, Thursday here at Ridgeline, Thursday at Ridgeline, and then the Thursday, Friday at Ridgeline, and then Saturday they'll be up at the Spectrum at Utah State. You're going on vacation?
I'm taking the little baseball team down to St. George to play in a baseball tournament. Cool. It's going to be sunny and 65 down there, bub. So
it's better than cloudy and 25, but we'll be here.
I don't know that you're going to be that cold. Are you down here?
It's always too cold. Thanks for being here, Nick.
So soft.
For Nick, Patriot Zollinger, and Coach Wallace, I'm Dave Simmons. Have a pleasant evening, everyone. Ridgeline wins 58-55.
This Ridgeline Riverhawks broadcast has been a presentation of 104.5 The Ranch and CashValleyDaily.com, made possible by the support of our sponsors, Castelite, The Cater Shop, DD Auto and Salvage, Great Basin Graphics, Adams Wealth Advisors, Cache Valley Auto Care, Young Toyota and Young Honda, Cache Valley Daily, Napa Auto Parts, Les Olson IT, The Logo Shop, and Planet Fitness. Watch replays of previous games on CashValleyDaily.com.